What is going on, folks? We're back. More from Metacast. Another episode for this month. Kind of finishing out the year strong with some Ultraman. How's it going, Prime?
Guten Tag, mein Dude, and konnichiwa, bitches.
Yeah, man. We're talking about Ultraman Blazar. Blazar. I don't know. Most people kind of go different ways with it.
I believe it's Blazar from the Celestial Anomaly.
Yes, the Celestial Anomaly, Blazar. This is an interesting show to me because I think I want to say, was it late last year? Because this show came on YouTube simulcast, right?
Mm-hmm. It's
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
like the first show they did was like multiple languages, like dubbed.
yeah. So also,
Because they had been doing the simulcast subtitle. I want to say starting with Z, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, Z. Because remember, Supro did their the Super Eye production channel, official YouTube channel, and then boom, Z was like the
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah, they had it for years. They were like pumping out like a couple of random, corporate videos. But I guess some intern must have locked the fuck in and said, "Hey, we can start generating revenue and getting the word out for our properties through this." So they started like heavily focusing and uploading a lot more things onto the YouTube channel and started doing the simulcast with stuff
Mhm.
like Z.
Yeah. And I think it was kind of interesting with Blazar where they did the English dub for it, and what do you know? You get Shonen voice actor himself, Johnny Yambosh, voicing main character of Blazar, which I was like, this is the most ironic thing ever in casting.
You mean Lelouch? Lelouch Ramperouche?
Yes. Oh man, when they announced him as the voice, I was like, well, now you got the anime crowd watching Ultraman. This is great. This is
I was like,
excellent.
didn't this complete his trifecta? He also a ranger rider, Ultraman, because didn't he voice one of the Kamen Riders in the Dragon Knight game?
I believe so. I gotta check
I
that,
couldn't
but
I couldn't tell you which one, but I remember he did
hold on,
one of them
hold on,
because I played the one on I think 3DS and I heard his voice and I forget which one it was.
hold on. We're live on this.
Yeah, let's let fact check me, bro. I could be bullshitting.
Yeah, that's why I was like, he voiced Kamen Rider Dragon Knight and Onyx.
Oh, okay. So he was
Double,
the main. Okay. So
double.
he was the main and his evil rival. Okay.
All I'm saying is, if they were to redub Dragon Knight, well, hold on.
Don't
Dragon.
don't throw homeboy under the bus, man. Don't do that. He's chill on the timeline, sir.
No. I'm saying if they want to do Ryuki, my bad. Ryuki. If they want to redub Ryuki, I say you get Johnny Yambosh. Why not?
Okay, that'll be a deep cut. I'll take it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say Dragon Knight like that show's fine.
Damn, what does Steve do to you, bro? Damn. I thought I was the one beefing with executive producers on the timeline. What's going on?
Nah, I have. Look, you know what's funny? Out of all the Toku shows, like Dragon Knight's probably the only one I don't really have beef with. It was just, I really don't. Like the only beef I got is WB fucking up those last 4 episodes and putting them on CW Seed. That was
the Vortex, sir. It was the Vortex at that time.
Vortex, my bad. That's my only beef with WB. Is like, you put the last 5 episodes on Vortex, like, bro, you couldn't even let it air out on the channel proper.
You know what? I give this to them. When they did that shit, at least they like hyped it up. Was like, if you want to see these exclusive episodes, go to our website, the CW Vortex.
I mean, you
had to load that shit up in that 360p quality web viewer.
Hey, 360p was better than 240p at the time, so you know.
I mean, we took what we can get, bro. It's the Wild Wild West back then. You fucking spoiled bastards in your Netflix streaming in your 420 quality with your
look,
MPEG sound quality.
I tell you who's not forcing us into a life of crime, Supro Productions, because if you want Blazar, you can get it on DVD with the goddamn movie. That is like
right now. So
it's like I mean, I hate to be foul about this, but it's like they're jerking you off consistently in a good way. Like, this is crazy to me. Again, a company that likes money.
What's the mantra of our show? Ask me about my Ultraman agenda.
Yeah, exactly. Like you like, this is a company that just says, hey, we'll give you everything. Money. Like, look, I can nitpick on the Kamen Rider DVDs not having the movies.
I will.
Why?
I'm going to. I shall.
Oh yeah, but it's hard not to complain about it because it's like Supro's giving you movies with the Ultraman releases. So what's your
And then when
excuse?
they don't,
Decide.
like with Ultraman Orb, because Ultraman Orb didn't have the OVA, the Orb Origin.
Yeah, I
They
was kind of
released that as a
disappointed on that a little
standalone,
bit.
but they released that as a standalone for like dirt cheap. It was like
It's like
15.
$10.
Yeah, it was
$10.
like, here, you can just add this on to the set, which the set was already 25 to 20 by itself. So I'm like, I'm not.
I'm
And
just saying,
and back
folks.
then it came with a digital copy. So I'm like, I'm not mad. Like, how can I be
I mean,
mad?
I'm just saying, folks, you could do a lot with $40. You can literally go to Amazon and buy like possible 3 Ultraman DVDs and you'd be straight. Like that alone is worth the price of admission. But you should get Ultraman Blazar too, because it again comes with a dope ass fun summer movie on top of that. Just saying.
Yeah, and it just came out brand new. We're gonna talk about some stuff. Okay.
Yeah. But no, Blazar itself, a lot of this was a very unorthodox, at least to me, at least. I don't know how you felt, but like for me, this is a very unorthodox Ultraman because number one, this is an Ultraman that isn't speaking English when he's giant. Is very just lots of grunts and growls, and I think he's speaking his native Ultra language when he's like giant form.
Yeah, he's not from the standard M galaxy like the other
From a
Ultras.
black hole.
Right. And I think the director, the series producer, I'm blank on his name. Is it Taguchi? Is it Taguchi? Is that the one I'm thinking about?
Actually, I have.
But anyway, the director, he wanted his Ultraman to be entirely different. So he had I think the backstory he came up with was that Blazar came from like a less primitive world than like the standard land of light, and it was kind of like I would describe it as a savage planet. And I think he described that Blazar would have to like fight his creatures, and he envisioned Blazar having to like craft armor and weapons and shit from the bones of the kaiju that he defeated. And that's another reason why, if you watch the show, is that before and after he fights, he does like that little hand motion, like a little offering up a prayer. It's part of that aesthetic that he has to tie back into this Ultraman being less primitive than the other Ultras.
Yeah, you're right. Taguchi is one
Taguchi,
of the directors.
all right, okay.
Taguchi is he's one of the directors.
Now, if I'm also not mistaken, he also did Z, right?
I believe he did. Hold on, because it's one of those things where there's a lot thing about Toku that's interesting to me that I always love is that a lot of these directors, they've done like not just Ultraman, they might have touched into Super Sentai, they might have touched into Metal Hero. They got so many like hats on in every.
And you know what? I appreciate that because it's a lot of institutional knowledge that's being, gained and shared and passed around.
He did Kiva visual effects.
Okay. Because I believe they also approached him to do when they approached him to do this show, it was just after Trigger and Decker. And I'm trying to remember from the interviews I read way back when the show first started that they approached him after this period because they did want to do a new generation Gaia, right? Because that was the trend. Because like Tiga, Trigger.
So he did. Okay, back it up. He did Orb, Geed. He did a couple episodes of Taiga. Taiga. He did 7 episodes of Z. He did Trigger, New Generation Tiga, and he did Decker before he finally came on the Blazar.
Okay. Was he the series director, like the series lead, or was he just directing random episodes?
For which one?
Trigger and Decker.
Trigger he did 4 episodes, and Decker he did 2 episodes. So he wasn't like consistent. It was just a couple episodes.
He wasn't like the showrunner, but I think he's the showrunner of Blazar, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, I'm trying to remember from the interviews that came out back around time when Blazar was coming out, but they approached him because they did want to follow through and do a new generation Gaia. But he didn't want to do that because he felt like that's kind of, I don't want to say he felt it was intimidating, but he felt like they couldn't do Gaia better than Gaia, right? Because it's already been done.
Wow.
And you probably didn't want to have like the unfair comparisons to that. Which also, to be fair, I feel like Trigger might have been a response for that, because you remember the timeline during Trigger, right? Like
A little bit.
a lot of folks were not vibing with it. Now there were some people who were vibing with Trigger, but like a lot of folks, especially some of the Japanese fans.
On the Toku Twitter streets, I've heard people talk at length about the bizarre nature of how it kind of split fandom a little bit with Trigger.
Yeah, it's like really weird, because like, you know, and that's not well, a little bit of it is Trigger's fault, because like tagline is New Generation Tiga, so like you got some big dick shoes to fill with that.
That's an expectation, because Tiga is fucking really
like,
good, so it's like,
that's
come on.
You gotta come correct, and like you gotta step up, and y'all came up with Weenie Hut Jr. But and I'm not, if you like Trigger, I'm not knocking you. Like, there are parts of Trigger that I like. Like, I think Trigger has a really fantastic first episode.
I need to watch it just to kind of like familiar, just to really see like what the deal is with it splitting. Because that's,
you know, my thing, and my thing is like, you know, I also like Ultra 7, right? So
I love Ultra 7.
Can somebody explain to me why the show that's the New Generation Tiga has more homages and references to Ultraman 7 than it did Ultraman Tiga? That's just my. I just have a question. That's just my question. I have a question. I just want to know. I just want to know.
It's kind of like
why are we doing a homage to the targeted town and not Dear Mr. Ultraman? I just got questions. I got questions. That's all.
I mean, I think it's because they like the name Tiga, but somebody also loved Ultra 7 and it just superseded the Tiga aspect of it.
And, you know, I think that's like a broader discussion we can have with the new generations overall, which I feel like Taguchi felt the same way, because he felt that the whole impetus behind, and circling back to him, the whole impetus behind New Generation is that it was supposed to do like some new things with Ultraman, but at some point the New Generation series just kind of felt like it fell into this rut where it just kept doing these it kept repeating the same like beats and kept doing the same homages. They had like some of the same formulas with like, you could time when a cameo was about to happen in the series, and like it started to become a little predictable and not like bringing that energy that some of the earlier shows like Ginga X and Orb had brought. So he didn't want to do that because he didn't want to have a comparison to Gaia, and so they worked to develop Blazar in the form that we see it now. Now I can't deny, and like you would probably be Boo Boo the Fool if you didn't think that this show was like influenced even a little bit by Shin Ultraman.
Oh, I mean, come on! Like, if you really think you talking about Blazar, right? Yeah, I mean, look at the time period. Yeah, that tracks,
right?
Very much so.
Because like Taguchi wanted to show, and I'm going from memory. So if I'm misquoting this motherfucker, or if I'm getting shit mixed up and wrong, my bad, y'all. I'm just coming out from memory, but he wanted the show to be like kind of a little more high sci, a little more hard science fiction, and
which is crazy because Ultraman to me always at times had kind of hard science fiction. Maybe I'm tripping. I mean, am I tripping?
Well, the original, like he wanted to like go back to roots. That's why they had the reference to like the global, was it the GGF? It was founded in 1966, and it said that the code name Ultraman was from an alien that astronauts had seen. So like seeing like little references like that. But kind of wanted to be a little bit more grounded, because what was the shit? Because like, you know, Ultraman can get a lot of ridiculous. Like, for example, like right now, the show after Blazar Arc, I would say that's not as hard science fiction as Blazar. Like, it has a kind of a different tone and a different flavor.
It's silly fun.
It's a little more silly. It's a lot more fun and a lot more lighthearted. And I know I'm going to sound like a pretentious asshole when I say that Blazar was a little more grounded.
I mean, look, like that. I will say this: if there's one example of this in terms of the grounded stuff, I'm always a fan of like, you have the support military folks supporting Ultraman, right? And Scarred, right? The fact that they're a capable organization that can actually go toe to toe with Kaiju, even to the point of giving us this bad boy here, Earth Garen.
But could they though? But did they though?
They didn't do. Look, 25 episodes of the show, I was disappointed that Earth Garen wasn't used as much as I wanted him to be.
Bro, Earth Garen got to be like the biggest jobber in all of Toku history, bro.
With the AI. I love the aspect of giving it AI to where
Like,
it felt like the character was part of the team. And
right.
I was
Don't
like,
get
all
me
right,
wrong.
cool.
Don't get me
All
wrong.
right.
I like Earth Garon. I think it's a badass design. I think the AI thing, like Earthy, the dialogue and the connection with the cast is all fun. But man, that motherfucker could not seal a fight. Like, damn, like,
Well, I mean,
and especially while coming after, like, you had Terra Phaser and Decker, who was handling business 10 toes down.
yeah, they didn't
You also
like.
had the
Oh, good.
they also had the Fleet and Z with King Joe storage custom. Like,
Dude,
some of
King
the robots was hanging in, man. But
Earth Garen, he doesn't really get his due until the movie.
and even then, how'd the movie end?
Hey, the movie, it did its thing.
Hey,
Just saying.
but what he was still laid out back first at the end of that motherfucker. Like, come on, Earth Garon, bro.
Look. If Ultraman didn't come in with that knee, he wouldn't have been able to reactivate. So you're right.
I was gonna say, man, Blazar was on this shit, bro.
Let me tell you something, folks. I have never seen. I mean, look, every Ultraman, it's literally like you got 3 minutes with me, you get in these hands, right? My man comes in with the knee to the face every single goddamn time, and I'm just laughing my ass off, just like, "Oos!" And I'm like, well,
the most
sometimes
dynamic entry I've ever seen.
Again, I'm going to the movie real quick. When he helps out Earth, helps out Earth Garrett, and he's hiding behind one of like the little structures and stuff, and it comes out of nowhere and knees the other monster.
Oh, that fucking horror movie where he's in the background, he disappears off frame and he comes back.
I'm a fan of heroes that do like the Jason shit where they just stalk and being an asshole towards the villain for no goddamn reason.
That shit was mad disrespectful.
I'm sorry, Ultraman
out.
just hiding behind a structure is just fucking hilarious to me. I'm like, so you're just playing with your food, huh? All right, cool. That's cool. Oh man, but I think we said at length on the show about like when you watch Blazar, you can definitely tell, like, because I believe this is I think this same year that this came out, that's when we found out that like the toku budgets for a lot of these shows was starting to go down, essentially.
Right. And thank you for getting back to my point. So back when I said that this show felt a little more grounded, a lot of that was due to like a lot of the on boots on the ground stuff that Scar did.
Oh yeah, a lot more than normal.
Right. Having to like build a lot of the technology and do a lot of the cut through the paperwork. And I feel like a lot of the interactions between Scarred and Command and complaining about they had to do more with less. There had to be a meta commentary on Super Rye, right? Like I felt like a lot of that was intentional. Like there was some venting going on in the pin.
Super Rye did Ultraman Blazar with a box of scraps. It was phenomenal.
2 nickels in the Subway coupon. You see that hash, bro, with that Simpson meme smacking upside the head?
Are we like fucking staying when he was like, Tony Stark built a suit in a cave? A box of scraps.
It was a while ago. Somebody on the timeline was like, can somebody more versed in Ultraman explain to me why does the show always look so good? And I'm just like, bro, Super been doing this shit since the 60s, man. They are like, the masses are doing less.
They know shortcuts.
They know they know the craft, bro.
Here's the interesting thing. There is a direct correlation between what Subaraya Pro Production does and even some of the stuff that we got in America growing up, because like you think about like when you have a bunch of experts that know their craft, they know ways to do shortcuts and you will never know because it looks so good.
Like you were just talking about, all these dudes that bounce back forth between franchises. When I said is that in the institutional knowledge, like they know shit, they share shit, and it's like, man, I wish I could find that article.
I mean, you look, even if you look at indie movies that we get, like there's a lot of indie movies that look better than like the mainstream movies that hit theaters, and you're just like, but then you have to step back and you're like, well, these are experts at their craft. Of course they fucking know. Like,
and also, what's that saying about what breeds innovation? Like when you have to like, when you just can't throw money at a problem, you gotta like try to think a way around that shit.
Yeah, it's like innovation breeds. Well,
something breeds innovation. Somebody help me out.
Either way, I mean, when your back's against the wall, you will innovate some shit.
You'll come up with some shit. Please.
I mean, but I like the fact that Scarred is just one sub branch under the GGF. Like this is a global force thing here, and I actually kind of feel that with Scarred. They're just one cog in the machine of just this Earth Defense Force, and I'm like, all right, cool. And like you said, this idea of like we gotta do more with less, and they have to constantly they're constantly complaining about this. It's like, yeah, I mean, you're right, but these are the hands that you dealt with, and I like the fact that like Ultraman is there like, okay, we're good, we can hold our own, but we're good.
Right, and what's it? Their captain who always kept coming in to bust their chops was like, "Yo, how come y'all gotta let the alien save y'all asses?" And they're like, "Hold on, bro, he not saving our asses. We are working together. This is a collaboration.
It's a team effort here. All right, this is a group project. You know, it's just we got the best person in the business.
Commander, teamwork makes the dream work, baby. It's all good. It's all good."
It's like, yes, we have Earth Garen over here, but we got Ultraman. He's the get out of jail free card. I mean, look, at one point, what was the monster? Hold up. I think I got the monster. Because one of the monsters in the show has this master plan. This bad boy here has the master plan of, I'm going to throw the moon at Earth.
And you know what? I respect it.
I respect it. And you're asking Scarred and the GGF to be like, all right, so how are we going to win? Because I got nothing.
I got a plan. We throw the robot dinosaur at it.
And see what happens. In theory, Earth Garen going up there would be like, all right, we got a shot. But then, like you said, Earth Garen is like the fucking Brooklyn Brawler, bro. Like,
bro, the greatest jobber. He's the fucking late stage Bob Backlund. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
So it's like you throw him up there and you have him going up against Varellan. It's like, yeah, this is like Sagat versus Dan. What are we doing here? Like,
it's like, man, but he had a jackpad on with twin laser cannons. It's the coolest shit ever. It's a dinosaur with a jetpack.
Sir, it's dope. Don't get it twisted, but
I mean, that's cool as fuck, but
it's brittle.
He got folded like laundry. I don't know what you gonna do?
If Ultraman wasn't there to bust out pushing the moon back into orbit, I mean, GG's Earth. That's it.
Don't you like how the monster saw that shit? It's like, we not doing that Shard's counterattack shit today, bro.
Nah.
And rolled up next to him. Like, nah, bro. No T-Spears here, dog. None of that. Cut that shit out.
You ain't getting no MacGuffin. Look, I love Charles counterattack. That is a wild ass ending where I'm like, all right, like new type shit, I guess. Gotcha.
something psychic bullshit. We all good. It's good.
All right. You know, naked Layla, naked Char, and Amuro. That was a weird throuple, wasn't it?
Man, the psychic sex must be amazing. It has to be.
At some point.
Did you see that fucking poster they did challengers with Lala? That shit had me dying,
man.
Bro.
Look. At some point, folks, on 3BG, we will be talking about Mobile Suit Gundam, like I guess Char's Counterattack and Zeta Gundam and all that stuff, because the new type shenanigans just gets deeper and deeper and deeper.
It wasn't that fucking post I saw today where somebody said if Char was a streamer, he would announce every shot with, I hope you're in the chat, Amuro. I'm doing something naughty. And every time Amuro would not be in the chat.
This is why.
Look, if you don't know Gundam, that shit is hilarious. Like, if you don't know nothing about Gundam, that joke is mad fucking hilarious.
This is why I tell people before I have to watch Gundam, because that's the only way you will get the memes, the fucking the bright nose slap, all that shit. It's just, you got to watch Gundam. That's the only reason why to watch it, more than anything else besides, the sweet ass suits. War crimes.
Bad.
Hey, look, we are fans of war crimes. Great, folks.
As opposed to the war crimes on Earth in Blazar, as opposed to those. Because let's talk about that shit.
A lot of war crimes going down here. I'm like, feels very war crimey here. All right.
So let's talk about the origin of Earth Garon. So the reason why they had the material to build this highly advanced robot dinosaur is that back in 1999, an alien race was traveling to Earth to find a new home after their planet has been destroyed through a bunch of experimental wormholes, right?
As they always do.
So they make, as they do, and so they make contact with Earth. But then, was the director? What's his face? That old crooked ass old man.
Was it Bando?
Was it Bando? Or was it the other one? The dude who was from Kamen Rider. The dude who snatched the journal from Emmy. Fuck, what's his name? Because he was the first director.
Bando was the first person. I think it might have been.
Okay, all right.
It was. It's Bando. Yeah, it was Bando.
Okay, so he shoots him down. This ship of refugees, and then they cover it up, going, "Oh shit, our bad. Let's cover it up and say it was a meteor, but let's pure for this technology and build a giant robot dinosaur." First of all, they took a refugee ship and reverse engineered that motherfucker into a robot attack dinosaur. That's the most American thing I've ever seen Japan do. That's some wild shit, bro.
Bear in mind, in the Ultraman Blazar movie, they do the same exact shit, but we'll get to that. But
we're gonna talk about
that. But no, it is peak American. It's like, yeah, we're just gonna take this shit because we kind of need it for protection. I'm putting in quotes here. Protection.
Don't cross our borders. Like, what the fuck?
It's like, can you imagine America comes over there with their F-16s and all of a sudden the Earth Garen just bites it in half? It's like, well, that was very short-lived.
But I'm just like, again, like this motherfucker has to be locked in because when this shit came out, I'm like, wow. So this whole intergalactic war was almost started because of a refugee crisis. I feel like that was kind of timely there, bro. I feel like he was on some timing on that one when his episode dropped.
I mean, look, we Prime. We live in a society. Everything that Ultraman Blazar or any show does is just coincidence. Okay.
Just happen. There's no such thing as politics in art. You're right. My bad.
Yeah, this is happenstance.
Stuff just happens in the vacuum. Like there wasn't nothing going on in the world at the same time where this show was being made that would have constitute making a show about protecting children and keeping open borders. I mean, it's fine.
Well, especially just like George Lucas constantly said, hey, I made Star Wars as a response to the Vietnam War commentary.
No.
People forget about that. I'm like,
it's just space wizards, bro. What are you talking about, dog?
It's like, no, it's about the Vietnam War. Look how old I am.
No, bro, it's just silly about space war. It's just a silly show about
space wizards. Why you put politics in my show?
In my movie about robots and space wizards. I can't stand.
That's another thing. That's another thing about all these Toku shows that I love. Whether it's like even going far back, it's like O-Ranger, right? The idea of politics being involved in these because it doesn't matter whether it's a fictional story or not, politics always plays a part in these fictional organizations. It's always going to happen. It's inevitable.
Whether external or internal.
Yeah. So them making this, it's like, this feels very, the government just said, fuck it. We're going to throw all our money and efforts into this thing here. All right, cool. Aliens are out there.
To protect. All right. To protect against aliens. Now, what really annoyed the hell out of me is that we actually never get to see the V99.
Yeah, the V99s. We just see the ships. That's it.
On some Ultimate Marvel comics or the Ultimates bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Like you ever notice that? Like we never saw the aliens from the Ultimates.
I thought the Chitauri.
They said it was the Chitauri, but we never saw them in the first Ultimates. Go back and read the first Ultimates. I mean, they eventually do, but like we eventually do, but in that first series, like we never see a single alien body.
Oh shit! I had to think back to it because I had to think back to like the big. Jesus, it's been a while since I read Ultimates. Goddamn Mark Millar. Damn, yeah, you're right. Because it wasn't until what, like 4 issues in, they finally showed them or something like that.
They didn't show the first 6 issues. Was it first or 6? Like that first volume of the
the first volume. Yeah, shit, you're right. Because it was just this suspicion of like, who are these people pulling strings behind the closed doors, and then like, yeah, after that first arc, they finally showed them. So that's like, yeah, you're right. 6 issues in. Shit, yeah. And V99 though, I am disappointed. You couldn't just throw somebody in a fucking reused, I don't know, Kamen Rider costume or some shit.
What gets me is that I think in production notes, I think they said they look like, hold on, because I wrote down my notes. I think they said, yeah, they're supposed to look like cicadas. So I'm like, so they were supposed to be Baltons, which by the way,
Mhm.
Ultraman crimes against Baltons continue. Even when they're not Baltons.
Well, you know, what's a Voltron? They all look alike. Come on now.
I mean, you know. There I go again making a genocide. Fuck them crab. Fuck them cicada people.
That would be interesting to see. I mean, I think that's always been the interesting thing for me for Ultraman is like the alien species, and like I don't know, it's kind of crazy how and you probably mentioned this before on what the reason is for this. Like every Ultraman, there is like a phenomenon of like always going back to the '60s of the first appearance of Ultraman in some shape or form. And like you said, the director basically wanted down to go to that, kind of goes into the astronauts from the 60s seeing an Ultraman person. And I'm like, okay, cool. Gotcha. Seems like a very recurring theme, but all right, that works. But yeah, that's I didn't think about that. But nah, Earth Garen though, like it's just wild to me that they really thought that whole creature that was going to be their ace in the hole, and it still didn't work. Like, who did you have Elon Musk making it? Like, what's going on here? Like,
well, no, we know because it at least worked.
Okay, it does work. My bad. I don't want to say Elon Musk. My bad. Sorry.
I mean, it made a job, but he could walk on his own.
Didn't have 30 factory recalls, so you know it's cool.
Right? You didn't get your finger slammed automatically in the door hinge? You know.
You imagine the first Earth Garen, they're doing the little test run, and all of a sudden the head just explodes just because, and they're like, "Huh? Oh, didn't expect that to happen."
One dude in the back, I did.
I told you guys. This technology that we didn't get, that we were guys unchained.
Turn around. Turn around, Jenkins. You're still here. Where the hell's the claim adjuster? Oh, too soon? Too soon?
You know, kind of reminded me of you know what's funny? Like the support units for like Ultraman does kind of always do, like, again, him, you know, Earth Garen being the Brooklyn Brawler aside, I am always a fan of support units of Ultraman in some way, shape, or form. So,
it is so wild as hell to me. It's so wild as hell to me because I like those 3 Mitsubishi Jeeps and Ultraman X put in more work than Earth Garen. Like, what are we doing here, bro? What is happening? We done lost the plot, bro.
Folks, I want you to understand something. You see something like this, you're thinking, oh man, fuck Ultraman. I want this defending me. And it's like, hey man, his batting average ain't exactly high.
He got hell of assists though. He came in for clutch with the alley oops.
Shooting 5% from the 3-point line. Like, nah, bro.
Nah, bro.
You are support. Bro. You are a role player. Your role is not to shoot threes. All right, chill.
You just block passes and just pass me the ball, G.
I'm mad you brought up the 3 Mitsubishis. I hate you.
Hey man, that shit with that was putting in work, bro. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Even hold on, which Ultraman was it? They had the was it Tiga that had the drill? The drill machine? Yes, that shit did work.
Or what was that motherfucker after they upgraded in Dyna, that damn jet fighter? What was it?
Yeah, that jet fighter that I was like, is this shit going to transform into something? Because that would be dope.
I was like, we finna get some Macross in this bitch.
Hey.
I'm gonna say, bro, fucking Mount. Speaking of Dyna, fucking Mount Gulliver from the fucking fantasy episode put in more work than Earth Garen, man. Let's be for real.
Let me ask you this. So there's something else, because again, we're I don't care. We're going all over the place. That's the show. It's only 25 episodes. So, hey, which another thing, is this like one of the first Ultraman that actually did he just started shortening the seasons to 25 episodes, or was this always a standard? Because I'm starting to
they've been doing it since Ginga. I said like, I think Ginga had 30 maybe, but like this new generation standard, man, you get 25, we in and we out.
See, this is what happens when I'm been rewatching all the like 1960s Ultraman, so them shits was hitting like 40 some episodes, some 60 even. I think Ultraman 66 had 50 episodes.
66 had like
yes.
39?
No, No, 66 had more. No, it was more. It was look.
Am I
It
tripping?
went by. It went by real quick, but it was more than that. I think it was like 40 some episodes, I believe.
Am I bugging? I might be tripping.
Because I was
no,
sitting there, like, we just did an episode about it. I was like,
oh, that's what I thought. 39 episodes, counting the there was
why did I
one
think it was
special.
more?
Yeah, 39 episodes. I'm gonna say, no, I'm not tripping.
Wow,
Yeah.
why the fuck did I think it was more? Damn, that's wow.
Now Ultra 7 might have what, like 53.
That's why I'm
52?
thinking Ultra 7. That's why I'm thinking Ultra 7. That one, but nah, I think 25.
Ultra, how many was Ultra Q? Ultra Q was 28.
28.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Ultraman was 39. Then Ultra 7 was.
Yeah, he's right about Ginga.
I think
Ginga,
it was 52, 53.
Yeah, Ginga and Ginga
Am I
S
tripping?
combined was like 30 episodes, basically, which I'm like, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because that, again, that's a lot of time. Like Subraya, they are like rubbing them 3 nickels together
But let me
to
ask you
get
this, though.
the most out of. No, okay. Now I'm tripping. Ultra 7 49, so I'm bugging. Okay.
Let me ask you this, because we've talked at length about like, yeah, we talked at length about like the last season of Cosmic Fury being like 10 episodes, right? And I was sitting on that and I was like, okay, we get Ultraman seasons that are 25 episodes and they somehow are able to get through in 25 episodes. Because again, I'm from that old school mentality of like OG Power Rangers get 50 episodes, sometimes 40. So it getting 25, it's like, I had to really think on this. But for you, like, do you think 25 episodes is like the sweet spot for something like Ultraman to where it doesn't outstay its welcome?
Okay, so let me be really measured in my response here.
Okay.
Because I feel like there's a lot of things, a lot of factors at play here.
Okay.
So the landscape of TV has changed. People's viewing habits have changed.
Yeah.
A lot of shows are being, a lot of people now have been conditioned for the shorter seasons of shows. And a lot of that is possibly due to production cost and time investment. So like people are more used to streaming and binging like 8, 13, 20 episodes. And advertisers are, and again, if I'm mistaken, somebody again, please check my math and correct me, but it's more favorable if you have more shows and content to cycle through that you can put advertising on and sell more things to. And refreshes and rebrands are good now, are good for business, I should say, rather.
Yeah.
And so actually, like even now the anime industry is like they don't really do those long. You get 400 and some episode anime shows anymore.
Dude,
like now they're doing
Mercury. What's a Mission for Rich from Mercury was like 20 episodes and that was it. And I was like, whoa, no 50 episodes? What's going on here? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, like even anime now are doing like seasonal things where they're breaking things down into air quote seasons.
Unless you're shonen.
Now, shonen now. Well, how many times have they broken up My Hero Academia? How many times have they broken up shit like Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, like shit like One Piece that's like continuously like going on, like everything switching over to that seasonal quick burst model. And there's some good in that because it gives you some time to do more planning, maybe polish the animation and all that, do that more. And so stuff like I said, One Piece and stuff like Sentai or Kamen Rider, which goes for the 50 episodes, those are rarer now. Like that's the anomaly now. Because like that's not what the attention spans are. Okay.
Yeah.
And so and going back to your question, like Ultraman had to make that switch again because we keep joking, like we're making the joke about this, but like it's actually pretty fucked up.
It's the truth.
But when we say that Subraya has 2 nickels to rub together, like we're being literal. Like they don't
I want people to understand something.
With.
I want people to understand something. If Subaraya was an American production, based on what we're saying and joking about rubbing 2 nickels together and stuff, in America, they would have just canceled the show outright. Straight up. They would have just been like, fuck it, we're not doing this show because we can't do this show to the quality because they're cutting down on our budget. But Supro doesn't do that because they have experts. It's like, fuck it, we'll keep going. We'll find a way to make this work.
Well, also, again, I also feel that the answer to that is also nuanced and layered because Ultraman in and of itself is a cultural icon in Japan. Oh, not just Japan, across the world, it's a cultural icon.
Oh, it's all around the world. I mean,
Ultraman, one of the most influential science fiction franchises of all time. It is an institution in of itself, and
Just
a
as much
lot
as
of the
Godzilla.
issues with Subaru and those two nickels is like they were fighting a lot of court cases. What was it? That Chinese company, Chao, who
Yep.
was trying to use their intellectual property without proper compensation.
Yep.
And so a lot of that, so they were fighting that war. So a lot of their fun was being sucked up in putting out those smaller legal fires. So that's one of the reasons why Subaru was always hard up for cash. Now when Subaru, because back then like Ultraman was only like coming back after Tiga revitalized the franchise, we had that really booming Heisei period. They were, I would probably say, content, just like doing like one-off OVAs and shit. And again, because of the ongoing court battles at the time. And again, somebody please check my math because I'm doing this all from memory. But I feel that they did that switch to 30 episodes to like cut down on production costs, to also accommodate the changing landscape of television, and to again, for the cycle of ensuring new product for advertising and stuff. So you can have a new show with a new Ultraman with new, collectible gimmicks and shit you can have every year faster. So you can go through the cycle a little bit quicker to like, recruit and get some more money back.
And boy, does
because
Blazar have a lot of toys.
Yeah. And so to answer your question, about the 25 episodes, they're making sure that doesn't overstay its welcome. Now, I do like that now Ultraman seasons where in the same time that you can watch one Rider or one Sentai, you can actually watch two Ultraman shows and have entirely two different experiences in the same year. Okay, so I kind of both like and I hate it.
See, I get
because
and I'm in the same boat too a little bit. It's like I want more, but like I get it, kind of thing. Which is probably why I like the movies that accompany these shows.
Right,
it's like,
right.
Cool.
Because then I guess you can say that they can divert some of that funding into the movie, right? Because like the movie has some like a little higher production value because they get a little bit more time to work on it. But again,
they get 85 minutes to get it off. Boom.
Right,
done.
but then go back to answer your question. It does a really good at like capturing the world, and you get to see the Ultraman and you get to like experience the concepts and all that shit. But like what really irks the hell out of me is that like once the show kind of like finds its sea legs and once it really gets into its groove, and usually this happens like around like for most shows around like episode 15, 17, by the time it finally really gets comfortable in itself, oh, now it's over. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, because I think with this one, I think that's what made, because you get 25 episodes, 30 minutes a piece watching Blazar. And I think what was interesting to me and why I enjoyed it is that you get enough character arcs to a degree with all the characters.
Right, like everyone had a spotlight episode.
Yeah, everybody has, and to where you don't feel like, because even the ones, because this, which character was it? I felt she kind of got shortchanged, but I still came away from the show like
the muscle girl who be liking my tweets, her.
Yeah. And it's like I thought they kind of shortchanged her a little bit, but at the same time, I was like, well, she got enough to where I can at least understand her character motivations and her, her camaraderie with the group and all that. And I was like, okay, you know what, cool, you got it. And now, like I said, that's credit to the writing more so than anything else to actually be able to again, you're doing this in a 25 episode kind of gap,
Which I mean, like I said, I kind of love and I kind of hate it because you get to have like this really bite-sized interaction and peek into this little world, and because the Ultraman is gonna come back, like he's gonna pop up in team ups and shit. So like he's not gone forever. Versus sometimes when some writers or some rangers, like we may never see that actor again for a long time. You know what I mean? In some cases, not all, in some. So I mean, I guess it's fine, but like I just kind of like wish. Can we maybe increase the episode count? Can we maybe go back to 30 just a little bit so we can get some more time to read?
I need to watch Cosmos, but yeah, 65 episodes and 3 feature films.
That's because Cosmos is goated, my friend. Man, it was cooking with Cosmos.
Man, that was Jay-Z blueprint.
It's good shit. Damn, I'm thinking about Cosmos now. Let me. Where was I? Where was I going? I was I wish they could can we maybe go back to 30 episodes? Because especially in Blazar, right?
Yeah.
Right around what episode was that? Right after he got the fire armor and it started getting to really the espionage and shit going around the GGF and the command.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Oh, now the show's over. And the finale, even though I like that last episode, truth be told, it kind of the show just kind of stops. It doesn't end. Nothing really feels conclusive, so to speak. For me at least. I didn't feel like it was what the show was building up to. I don't think it's thematically tied together strong. Now they kind of maybe linked it back because of one of the huge through lines of this show is parental bonds and fathers and their relationship with their children. That's
that was the big thing. It was if I think it was the director that said this show was about it was for kids with respect to their relationship with their parents. And then he said when they got to the movie, they wanted to extend that sort of theme into the movie, which the movie also is about the presence of parents and their relationship with their kids and such. So I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Cool. Just done in a different sort of way, but it works.
Oh, well, to answer that, Mr. Warlock, yes, it did. Well, that's because it was during the TG era, because Tiga and Dinah, it helped revitalize Ultraman, because I think around that period, that's right, after Ultraman, what was that OVA show? Damn, what was that OVA show? They had Ultra 721.
I was about to say Powered for a second. I don't know why Powered is the first one
that
comes.
That was Gaia came out after the Wilderness era during TDG when there's revitalized the brand.
Neos.
And it brought and it brought a lot of brand new eyes to the series. I was speaking more Neos, either Neos or what was the goofy one? Neos had Ultra 721. Damn. But anyway, that was post the Wilderness eras when they were still fighting that battle with the Chinese company. So,
but he's right though. 90s and 2000s. That is one thing. That's the one constant. If you were the early internets, you could tell, because again, Ultraman, it was still part of society, but it wasn't really huge. Because I think Tiga, when they brought Tiga over here, that's when everybody was like, "Oh shit, Ultraman's still on there." But you can tell but he's right. You could tell there was a ton of money being thrown out there.
Right, because wasn't Tiga the one when they first started doing CGI composite shots and shit?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, they were rolling in dough. I mean and which you can do that.
Because like I say, Tiga was that shot in the arm. What's that joke we had a while ago? Powered had to die so Tiga could live.
Yep.
Which and I got a crazy conspiracy theory that no one wants to listen to me about. But I feel the reason that Powered,
here. Of course I'm listening.
I feel the reason Powered and Great existed in the first place was because all these executives, companies, or whatever, you all know they're buddies.
Of course.
And I feel maybe somebody at Toei was talking about some crazy plan some businessman from America had.
Yeah.
To do take our footage and do their own thing. And so
that handsome guy.
It's probably somebody from Subra was like, you know what? We can do that too. Go get Ninja Black real quick.
Look, the Ultra Power being made will forever be amazing to me. It's a thing that exists.
Thank you for that check, Mr. Legend. It was Towards the Future that was using the early composite. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah. So it's but you're right though, because it's just when you have a lot of money, you can do so much stuff. And then when you don't have a lot of money, it's your choice is either A, continue it and work what you got. Again, that's where experts come in. Or B, you just say, fuck it, we're done.
Right.
That's your option. And I think it's like I said again, going to Blazar, again, I don't feel the budget was small watching the show. That's the crazy part. That's what fucks with my head every single time.
We masters of the craft, man. And I was so glad to finally have this on Blu-ray because, like, I watched it when they were releasing it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It was all right, but not the best quality. But like actually getting to see it in like
I think it was
decent
only. I think they had it up to
quality,
I think they had 720p on YouTube, but
right?
the
And it's
Blu-ray is like way up.
and to be fair, like on YouTube, it's not true 720p. Like, let's be fucking for real.
Oh no. It's enough to be like, oh, there's some clarity here. All right, cool, and that's it. You know, it ain't
right
4K.
to watch the show without like buffering and shit, fantastic. Without quality drips, amazing. Like the shots in here are fucking great. Like what was that episode where was it Aruga Iriku, the smog monster, where it tossed that fucking van in the air? That shit looked great.
Look, if we're talking monsters that are very Showa as fuck, this guy here.
Love him to death, bro.
Showa ass shit. And a rarity in Ultraman that does happen. We get a monster that's actually good. Very rare that we get that. So I'm actually happy. But I love this monster. This is like Dorgo, was it Dargo? Yeah, Dorgo.
Very what's that? Damn. Not Boromir. What's the other one? The motherfucker on all fours that was in Shin Ultraman. Fuck.
Was
it Barunga?
It might have been Barunga.
Is it Barunga? Is it giving me Barunga vibes, y'all?
So I'm about to say Bunzaga, which is this guy here, who look, there's some monsters that happened in Blazar that felt very like finale. Like, is this the final episode?
No, wrong up. Thank you.
There were some monsters in this show that really felt like this was like the final episode. It's like, this is the monster. This is one of them. Bazanga. And then this guy. Nijigaki.
The Thunderbird guy. So
lots of thunder. Lots of thundering.
Right. Actually, that guy's like one of my favorite episodes of the show. Because it hits him with the old G Gundam. Humans are a part of the Earth, bro. Chill that shit out.
I mean, look, humans are a part of the Earth. You're right. But
I mean, we are here.
Sometimes they gotta go. You know?
Right. He's like, but counterpoint, y'all suck. I'm like, both sides have good arguments here.
Look, as we always get in the Ultraman show, you get that one monster. It's like they're kind of making some good points here. Not really a fan to stopping, but hey, points were made here. Great.
He had a solid thesis going on there. I respect it.
But nah, there was one. Okay, if there was one gripe, they didn't do nothing with this. You tamed a bird and you did nothing with it.
So maybe it's me, but I feel like this is one of the instances of Bandai being one of the cooks in the kitchen. Because Blazar, if you didn't notice, had like a more than recent, like higher number of original suit monsters than other new gen shows.
Yep.
And even then, after,
which is shocking considering it's only like four of the OG. I think it's like four of the OG Ultraman staples pop up in the show. I think it was Dargo and Garomon. Garomon and Gugas.
And I feel like even then at some point, Super and Bandai was like, hey man, y'all had y'all fun. You better start reusing these motherfuckers and start putting in some
where's my red beast?
Where's my Red King? I bought the goddamn Zarunga. Where's my goddamn Gorma?
Nah. It's somebody that asked for Red King and is about ready to fucking punch somebody in the boardroom for that.
Right. Bandai was like, nah, man. We let you have your fun, so we gotta have some toys, bro.
We gotta sell these Red Kings off the shelf, goddammit. What we doing here?
Sprinkle a Firebird in that show real quick. Give him a shoulder pad.
How can we push these Godzilla suit in this show? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Let's do it.
Throw some red spikes on it, I guess. I don't know.
And it's like, don't get me wrong. Like, I understand having to sell toys. I get it. It's one
look. We grew up in an era. We grew up on Turtles where every month there was a new Turtles fucking toy based off of the villain of the week for that week of Turtles. So it was like, I get it.
Or based off some shit that wasn't even in the show. But yeah, I get it.
Got your mandates. We get it.
But like Blazar is like one of the cooler looking Ultras we've had in a while. With the little asymmetrical look.
Look at this.
And I figured they're gonna give him a
battle scars.
I thought
battle scars.
Right.
The same.
I thought I thought they were gonna do some shit where it was like when him and Genta were finally synced up, they were gonna like be like completed version on both sides.
Nah, because that's
Instead,
the.
we get
Okay.
that 90s style sword armor. Okay, all right, sure. Okay.
You don't like it? You don't like it? You don't like the
I,
armor?
I,
You don't like the fire? You don't like the lance?
Nah, that ain't it, Chief. That's not doing it for me.
Prime. We gotta sell these goddamn accessories and toys because you see,
I get it. We gotta sell those medals, bro. I get it.
Hey, look. If there is something, again, I feel as millennials, we have seen some shit from the toy side and stuff, things that made toys. I thought it was egregious as a kid that I'm watching Batman animated series, and the toys for Batman animated series is shit like, oh yeah, Batman has his poison ivy armor to fight against poison ivy. I'm like, I get you guys sell toys, but I don't think he did that in the episode of the show when he fought poison ivy.
So you're saying you're not a fan of the street luge? You're not a fan of the supersonic street luge? You know, you don't like it?
I'm fine with it. I'm just saying. So, like, when I see Blazar, and like you said, it was like, we gotta sell the medals. Because as soon as I saw the fucking transformation device on his arm, I was like, and there's the money right there.
And another thing that annoyed the hell out of me. So, like, his transformation box with their cool LED display, right?
Mm-hmm.
That shit was on store shelves, no problem, right?
Yeah.
So why was the Demon's Driver and the Dread Driver? Why are those premium Bandai exclusives? Bandai, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Prime, are you trying to ask questions to know why Bandai wants money? Come on now. We've talked about us being slaves to premium Bandai. It's just how it is. Okay, it's just how it is.
I'm like,
I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. It's egregious. You're right.
Right. And then like the excuse they gave for the Demon's Driver is like, oh well, you know, the LCD component thing, like we don't know if that'll thrive at retail, bro. We just got to put it on. You literally last year had that motherfucker on shelf on a wrist device. But what are we doing? What are we doing? What are you doing? Don't spit in my coffee and call it lemonade, man. Let's be for real.
Disney Driver. Love it. Love it. Will I buy it? Probably not. But, you know.
Oh, did I say Disney? I meant Demons. Demons.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Disney because I was thinking, yeah, folks.
No, my bad. My fault. I meant, if I said Disney, I meant Demon's Driver.
There is a Disney Kamen Rider belt, which is interesting. It's interesting. I will give it that. It's very interesting. I don't know how many people are going to buy it, but look, us Toku fans, I said in the last episode, we're flush with money. Somebody going to buy that shit. I'm
pretty sure some of my folks did. Like I said, I'd rather you miss aiming for the moon than to shoot yourself in the foot aiming at the ground. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, don't be Hasbro and you be fine. You're straight.
Right.
That's all you got. That the bar is in hell, Prime.
Why are you triggering me, bro? Why are you tricking me, bro? I thought we were friends, CJ.
But nah, when I saw him put that device, I was like, and we're gonna get so many medals, it's going to make your ears cry.
Now I will respect them, or I'll say kudos to them that they didn't have a lot of crossovers in the show. Because like
that was shocking. You would figure it would have been like one or two.
You would think Zero would have popped up at some point, bro. You would have thought.
And Tiga, for mysterious reasons, Tiga's there because reasons. Gotcha.
Or a ghoul, or better fucking yet, Cosmos. Like this would have been a perfect time for Cosmos to pop up.
Oh man, Cosmos coming in here? Yo, can you imagine Cosmos is helping Blazar push the moon back in orbit? It'd just be some weird shit. Like, what's Cosmos doing? You know what? Fuck it. Cool.
Or that shit in the end when they reveal that the monsters were also trying to protect the planet, just like in Gaia. Then Dinah just pops up and gives the Batman thumbs up. Because of course it has to be Dinah.
I'm sorry, that's some M. Night shit, Prime. That is some M. Night shit. Like, so the monsters were protected. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. I just seen this guy fucking power drive a monster, and now all of a sudden he's good. Like, what's going on here?
Well, to be fair, they live here too. So, you know.
What you think of the Blazar first, though?
I'm going to say, shout out to me, because I didn't make the joke about Genta being a real heartbreaker. Hey! Hey! It took you a second. You got it. You got it. Ha! You got it.
Years later, the joke works. It's still there.
So also to that shit, Takaguchi ass is like, oh, I wanted this defense team to feel very realistic in real life. It then proceeds to cast like 6 of the most handsome motherfuckers on the planet. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dog?
Look, Tactical Squads are supposed to look like fucking Frank Grillo, all right? Not the guy from fucking B27, whatever the fuck that boy band is.
You got a muscle mommy and a muscle daddy. Then these 2 handsome assholes and Emmy's pretty on that. What are you doing here, dog? So, oh yeah, this is part of my gritty realism. Look, bro, I see you writing your journal over there. Don't bullshit a bullshitter, bro.
Look, you have points because it's kind of like how you have some women to be like, you're too pretty. I need you to have like a dash of ugly. And it's like, you know how like as a guy you feel offended, but then like this show really emphasized like, you know what? I can't really be mad at women. I can't be mad at it anymore. It's like,
look,
yeah.
All I'm saying is I wouldn't have noticed that shit if he ain't say nothing. Like I just been like, vibe and watch the show. And he was like, yeah, I wanted the show to have this dash of realism and be really grounded with an actual relatable defense team. You mean you mean the pretty privileged squad over here, bro? Are you for real, bro? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
You couldn't give us one ugly character. You couldn't even do that. Can't you just get one?
I would say even that old ass rat bastard was handsome as fuck. Like, what are you doing, dog?
Dude, this is like it's like the Yakuza games where they get into a fight and it'd be some old guy. He takes his shirt off. He's fucking ripped like Master Roshi in Dragon Ball, and you're like, you couldn't just give him a dad bod. I would have been fine with that. Like, why does he have like an 8-pack? It don't make any sense. This isn't realistic here.
Vitamin CJ, the vitamins.
I take my vitamins too. I don't have an 8-pack. Where's my 8-pack?
You're taking them wrong. Do it again.
Apparently, I'm lifing wrong. Motherfuckers wearing a damn 3-piece suit, take the shit off, and now they got an 8-pack. I'm like, what am I doing with my life?
Bro, that episode with watching the alien at the laundromat that shot him with their beam, that shit takes me out every time, bro. Like, you know what? Understandable. Like, I get
it's it. Fair. Fair.
It's
very fair.
Fair action, I think.
That is dude, this team is the most handsomest squad. Because like you say, the first episode when they're fighting the monster, which by the way, hey, look, I get y'all guys are shooting up at it, but it ain't enough, man. It's not enough. I'm sorry. Like, where's the F-16s to come through? We need it now. Like,
that wasn't in the budget. That wasn't clear through the red tape, sir.
Well, we got a little bit of them in the first episode to kind of get set up the stakes as you do in the Ultraman show.
It did that shit when Captain Ginta was like, "What squad does not owe you a favor?"
It's like everybody owes him. He's a man of people.
He's like, Captain Save a Hoe. What do you expect, bro? What do you mean? What do you mean?
I mean, I wouldn't say save a hoe, but I
do what I do. Captain Ginta, I get around. You know what I'm saying? I'm a business motherfucker.
Speaking of handsome guys, how is Haruno the most like Richard Gere looking guy?
Shut the hell up.
I'm sorry, man. There's no ugly people in this show. I'm not saying they all have to be ugly.
They're not. Like I said, even that old rat bastard, he was handsome as fuck for an old man. Like, what are we doing, bro?
It's like we cut the budget, but we're not going to cut the pretty. Is that what the motto?
We cut the budget, not the pretty. Hold on now.
Is that the motto of the show?
We may be poor, but we're not poor and pretty, bitch.
Exactly. It's like, come on, we're gonna do this on a poverty budget.
We broke, not busted, baby.
So we do an Ultraman on a fucking $2 budget. We will get some gorgeous women and people, period, in the show. God damn it, you're gonna love it.
You gonna get some eye candy, some rubber monsters, and some pretty motherfuckers. Believe that shit.
Nah, but you're right though. Muscle Mommy just being who she is, and I'm like, this is the most like gorgeous woman ever. All right, cool. Like, I would do anything for her, This is just what it is. Stuff. Do you think?
This is safe space, right? This is a safe space, right?
It's very safe. Come on, Prime. It's more for Metacast. When has it not been a safe space?
I'm gonna say every time she interacts with my tweets, bro, I'm like, I'm about to risk it all. I'm about to slide them DMs, bro.
Just saying, Prime. You might want to tell the wife beforehand. I'm pretty sure she will understand.
I'm like, I got my.
I'm sure she'll give you a hall pass. Sure, she
It's
give you
okay.
a hall
It's okay.
pass. She give you a hall
It's
pass. Prime, she fights and she flies jets. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's like a 2-for-1 deal for you on that one, ain't it?
I mean, it's like only thing missing is she can summon like hair witches, and I'm like, I'm in like Flynn, bro. I got it.
Do not tempt Sue Pro with a good time, sir. All right, don't tempt him. He'll do it. That silence is Prime. Like, why did you put those thoughts in my head, sir? Oh, Big Prime's
Sorry,
messing.
you doing the Birdman hand. I'm sorry.
It's like, well, good ideas, I must say.
Take some notes there. Yes, indeed.
No, I just find it funny. They gave this chick who is the most down to earth, modest, I'm putting in quotes here, modest woman, and you made her like the most badass person at the same time.
She was
I'm like,
basically the you talking about Emmy, right?
yeah, Emmy.
Yeah, she's basically the secondary protagonist.
Yeah. Which, clock's ticking, Supro. We need to get a woman Ultraman. We need that.
We need a run back, which I did with Ace. Was very disrespectful.
Yeah, we need to run back on that. That would be great. I know we technically got one in the Netflix Ultraman show.
Grigio.
Yeah, Grigio. Yeah.
From Ruby. No, from Ruby.
Yeah.
Now, you're thinking about Mari from. You're thinking about Mari and Mother Ultra. I'm thinking about
Yeah, I was thinking about
Homegirl from Rube.
Oh shit, I forgot about her. Yeah, we gotta get that agenda happening. If we're gonna get any Ultraman agenda, that's another one right there. Because I mean, look, who doesn't want to see a giant Ultra Woman fighting? Who doesn't?
What's that Steven Universe gift? Giant woman? Yeah.
I mean, look, that's why we all like old girl from DC.
Giganta?
Yeah.
That panel from Doomsday Clock with Clark looking up at her. I'm like, same, Clark. Same.
I understand. I totally understand.
You know what, Clark? I get you, man. We were of one mind there, Kal-El. This is a safe space, bro. Just speak your mind freely.
All I'm saying, DC, hey, James Gunn, you're on the clock on Giganta being in real life.
You know, if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be James Gunn. Have you been watching Creature Commandos?
Oh, dude, Nick. GI Robot is bro. Look. Again, I'm a fan of just characters that are like low on the totem pole, but they're great.
And that's you know, that's my thing. Like the deeper the cut, the harder my dick. And I get like so fucking annoyed when I hear people make a statement about, well, nobody cares about XYZ character. Bitch, motherfucker, you didn't give a shit about Iron Man until we had a movie. This is why exposure, because y'all talk about representation mattering. This is why character exposure matters, because the more you use the characters, the more people get to know about the characters. Like, shut the fuck up.
Prime. Do you know how hard my dick was when they put Polka Dot Man in that last Suicide Squad fucking movie? I was like, get the fuck out of here. Polka Dot Man.
The only reason.
Thank you.
The only reason I'm watching Creature Commandos is because they're using the bride. Like,
thank you, right? Like that man.
Only reason I'm there, bro.
Yes, we got Frankenstein. He's great. The bride.
Yeah, and the Shade comic book from that was pretty all right, but the bride, bro, the fucking bride. Let's go.
The bride beating the shit out of Cersei. Oh. Cinema.
So I'm like, why is Cersei? Why is Cersei going like a bitch in this though? Like, what's going on? What's happening?
Hey, sacrifice that to be made. They gave us a dope ass bride. Somebody gotta get.
I don't know, man. You could have used what's that busted ass Amazon sorceress. What's her name? They could have used that bitch. Why are you using Cersei? Why using Cersei like this? I don't like that.
I'm guessing.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I'm guessing you're part of Cersei Hive.
I'm part of that. I'm part of the club. Like, I would rather that been Queen Bee. Like, what are y'all doing to Cersei, bro? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Hey, it's the bride punching her at least. I mean, it could be worse.
Nah, bro, I don't like that, bro. I still don't like that, bro.
It's literally like pretty on pretty violence.
Why couldn't that be roulette, bro? What we doing? What are we doing here?
Also, James Gunn and his uncanniness to actually show a scene where there's sex off screen, but you can actually kind of hear the strokes of the sex happening is just very surreal to me that he's capable of doing that. I don't.
So like I have like one minor like nitpick with this show, and
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's a nitpick yet. Like I don't even want to say it out loud because I want to wait for the show to end to see if it gets resolved. So I'll hold that. I'll hold off my statement.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it is, but I think that kind of speaks to like the nature of like, damn, to your point, full circle. We were talking about like episode counts and stuff. I think that speaks to how we're consuming TV and we have to stop ourselves. Like, hold on. Let me wait for the show to finish out before I sit there and cause judgment.
Right. I have to catch myself sometimes. I'm like, well, wait a minute, wait. They might answer this question or they might fix this issue. Let me wait before I turn.
I gotta remember the days of old. I'm like, hold on, 40. The days of old. We just watched the show to the end of the season.
Right. Let me calm down. Let me not even address that until I show. Or shit like when people were watching, was it King Oger? When they were complaining about shit that was being answered like in the episode or the episode after, like, oh, shut the fuck up.
It's like, guys, in Super Sentai, you know it's getting 50 episodes. Let's wait till it gets to its ending before we start like I feel you. Just watch the show to its ending.
Do you know there are still people on the timeline complaining about big sexy racks? Even in the finale, they were still like, well, what was his whole deal? Like, did you watch the show though? Like, are you just consuming through screenshots? Like, what are we doing here? What is happening? What is happening?
Besides Muscle Mommy, who was another fave character of yours in the show?
It would actually have to be Genta, and a lot of that is not just because he's the main character. It's not just because he's the Ultraman, but well, it's a little bit of that, I should say. It's like I like that he's kind of unique as an Ultra because he's the captain of the defense team, right? And that's like a perspective like we really don't get a lot of from like their point of view.
It's usually like the lowly, I guess, grunt that gets put into a situation of, oh, he's Ultraman now, and now he's in the mix kind of thing.
But he's the captain of the team. So that offered a very unique dynamic in the show. And I felt that the show was a whole lot stronger when it was leaning into those elements that made it unique from other Ultraman shows and other new generation shows. And a lot of that was also had to do with the fact that not only was he the captain of the team, he was also a family man. So we've kind of got to see a complete picture of him as a human being versus like comparing it to the original show where Hayata was just like an action hero. Basically, he was like, we didn't get to see his personal life. So or like my man Hideki Go, or AKA Ultraman Spider-Man, where like he had to like counterbalance his personal life and his working with Matt. And it was a conflict versus Genta here again, kind of taking like the best of those two approaches there and kind of mending them together. So like I really appreciated a lot of that work, especially with the relationship he had with his kid, and how like it's very evident that everything that he did for his kid. But just like in classic superhero tropes, whenever things are going well in the superhero side of his life, like things are going bad in the personal side of his life, because he was always like missing out on things like the kid's sports day and shit. And like the kid like understood, like the kid was very mature for his age. Like he understood like the job that his dad did, even if his dad was like lying about what he was doing at work.
So I fight kaijus. Yeah, secretly I'm Ultraman, but I can't tell nobody I'm Ultraman. So
right. And so like again, like all that to me like was really great story work and really great, made for like an engaging character and a really engaging point of view. And a lot of that carried me through the show, even through like some of its weaker moments.
Yeah, Retsu is probably one of my favorite ones. He's like the chief staff of GGF. What I loved about him,
he held this shit down, bro. He held it down,
bro. My man from just day zero was all about like, yo, when he saw something that was fucked up, So basically his whole core, his character is just kill all the aliens. That, you know, we gotta be very ruthless towards them, right? He noticed at one point in the show that the GGF was very incompetent, and that's how Scarred pretty much got formed, because he was like, you know what, fuck this shit. I got an organization that I'm gonna form, and I'm gonna sit there and take out these kaijus. Bump it.
And I really like how, again, very layered character. Like, you think he's one way because he's like, he was always like busting their chops and shit. Because he always came in and did like the commander thing, going, "I'm taking your badge."
Never mind. Here's your badge, man.
Right, but he kept doing that shit because he's like, he still believed in Genta, and he still believed in the team that, again, he selected, because he came to Genta and said, "Hey, yo, I want you to lead my team. Here's your team. I handpicked them. You can pretend you did it though."
It's like if Tony Stark thought he formed the Avengers, and the whole time it was Nick Fury. It's like, well, yeah, of course it was. He's the guy that.
Of course, I'm bankrolling this. Of course, I'm going to select a team. What the fuck are you? What do you think we're doing?
It's like, where's the amateur hour here? What the
fuck? I want results, not guesses, bro.
Oh man, but I do like that he was at the forefront of them coming up with those kaiju artillery, though, the weapons and everything.
Oh, what is that fucking quote? Again, that's another reason I really like this character, because he reminds me of in the story of Chernobyl. Like, what was that? Shit.
I didn't even watch that show, by the way, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, the dude who kept, like, whenever the other red tape niggas would say no, he would say yes and like countervert them and still give them all the resources. And like, he felt like really weighed down by like the result. But then was it the dude said, like, you were the man we needed at the exact time that we needed him? That's who Retsu was. That's like really great work there.
And got a promotion going into the
movie. Right. After they sent him home to be a family man for those 2 episodes.
Look,
you see my man? He saw my man kicked up in his casual clothes with the.
I wish I had a picture. I swear to God.
He sent that man on paid time out. He went straight casual Friday, bro. And his shoes kicked up on the deck.
It was 0 time. I was like, bro, you just retired. Like, all right, cool.
Dog, they just put you on leave. What the fuck? You instantly had your uniform.
Now he director of the GGF, and it's like, fuck.
Cooking. Straight cooking.
Oh, fuck, man. Like, man. Look, anytime I watch Ultraman, I sit back and I think back to like the way Pacific Rim kind of went about it, in the fact of like, if realistically speaking, do I trust the United States government will form a GGF?
No. Absolutely not.
Maybe the Godzilla movies were going somewhere where it's like, I think the government would probably be like, yo, fuck these kaijus.
Maybe the Godzilla movies with Captain Gordon, I trust the U.S. government. But other than that, nah.
I feel if kaijus existed now, like the government be like, throw a nuke at it. Whoa, sir, whoa.
I would say, bro, if kaijus existed now, do you know how many no man land zones there'd be in America right now?
Prime, all of us Toku fans will be thriving because we would have so many ideas for the government, and they will turn us down.
I would not be, because I'd be dead because I've been trying to catch one. Local
like,
man,
no. It's like, Prime, no.
I'm gonna get me one.
Give me a fucking kaiju tooth. Sell it on the black market. Rich.
I'm sleeping in my backyard like Godzilla did him wrong. You just taking a nap.
I feel Pacific Rim got it right on the fact that there is a kaiju black market, and they're just selling like the man. That was probably
one of my favorite parts of that movie, man. The fucking world building, man.
It's like, you didn't have to tell me anything. It's like, well, of course there'd be a black market. If you're killing alien species, them shits is fucking worth a fucking mint.
Right. Of course, it's gonna be a
Makes
bunch of
sense.
motherfuckers collecting shit. Like, of course,
Even
it would be.
drugs, which fucked me up. I was like, of course they made drugs from a kaiju. Why wouldn't they make drugs from a goddamn kaiju?
Bro, they're probably making Philly cheesesteaks out of them too, bro. Be for real. Be for
Shit's
real.
probably a fucking bomb. You won't even know.
Probably tastes like crocodile. You don't even know.
As long as you ain't growing anything weird in your body afterwards, you're fine.
Unless you get a third eye, you be all right. It's fine. Or that kaiju cancer. You never know. You never know.
It's like, Chris, how'd you get cancer? They ate a kaiju cheesesteak the other day. It's kind of crazy.
But they have some really good waffle fries though, man. They use like a little salt seasoning. You know, it's all good.
Okay, this is a Toku show. I cackled a little bit when Idris Elba in the first movie was like, "Oh, what are you taking those for?" Yeah, I got radiation poisoning from the first suits that we had. Yeah, it wasn't protected from radiation, and I immediately clocked in my head. I was like, "Hold on." So in Gundam Seed, those mech suits that were literally powered by nukes, they had protection from nukes in those suits. I really was starting to deep dive on my head on that shit, and it fucked me up every time. I was like,
"Oh, catch me!" But in UC, weren't all the mobile suits? Weren't they
Thank
also
you.
nuclear reactor? Because that's when in the
believe
first
so.
episode, yeah, when Amuro cuts that Zaku in half and does that nuclear explosion, he has to remind himself not to go for the generator.
Yeah. Shit. Here's the Antarctic treaty.
What treaty? You making pancakes, bitch? What? Huh?
Yeah, we would fail in society, and everybody be looking to Japan for like answers. And I'm like, I mean, I'm pretty sure Japan made a giant mecha. I'm pretty sure they can figure out something with this.
That's when we find out that Gundam isn't just for show. Hey,
Oh!
another one.
That Freedom Gundam in China. Woo! Shit's real.
Did you see? No, I'm not gonna say that joke. I'm not gonna repeat that shit on air. Never mind.
Nah, here's the thing though. So if we're talking about how, they formed all these weapons and such in the show, right? The movie comes out, right? And the movie expands on something else where they apparently have been experimenting with kaiju. Was it DNA or whatever? Because it was in the little canister.
Oh shit, yeah, they were doing experiments. Hold on, I'm not gonna get confused with that episode when the dude was doing that. When they had discount Elon Musk, and was it episode 4 or 5?
5.
Well, yeah, when Emmy went undercover. The movie was where Homeboy was combining cells to what was his end goal? What the fuck was he doing?
It was basically as he said, he pulled a Tony Stark Ultron shit where it was like, oh, this is supposed to protect my family and all that stuff, but it was really just another weapon, that went out of control. Like essentially, what you have is it was supposed to initially kill the kaiju that it ingested in, but what ended up happening was it actually kind of like melded the kaiju with metal and all these other things to make it kind of like a next level kaiju that was like, I want to say invincible. That's a strong word. I'll probably say more durable from conventional methods that Scar had been using.
When I watched that shit, I was like, how dare you stand where King of Mons once stood? How dare you?
Because at one point in the movie, they're fighting and the monster releases like larvae. They are like basically like, I mean, they could be like Kamen Rider reuse suits or Super Sentai reuse suits. Either way, like Scar actually has a reason to be on the ground, just waving the 4-4, kicking the door, waving the 4-4 and shit, and killing fucking little kaiju monsters and stuff. Which I actually did enjoy seeing that. That was actually a very unique thing because again, budget. They're finding ways to make the on ground stuff really be really well done, I would say. But like the movie itself is only about, I think it's like about 75 minutes, about hour 15.
Yeah, it's not that long. I think it's like an hour and something. Yeah.
Yeah. Which again, I remember because I never seen the movie, so like when the movie was a part of that Blu-ray, I was like, oh, movie's a part of this. All right, cool. We get an actual whole ass movie. And I was like, oh, 75 minutes. I was like, well, this is going to be the quickest 75 minutes. But funny thing, like about 10 minutes of it
Now,
is literally like
we'll
recap.
say was a recap. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, the
can you hear me?
recap. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, the recap is where it was like, hold on, I've seen this. What's going on here? And it's like, oh, it's recapping Ultraman Blazar if you didn't watch the show. All right, cool. You know, which you kind of, I think honestly, you should watch the show proper before watching the movie because those 10 minutes don't really give you the full nuance of like the show. Like you get
And I
enough,
gotta
but
say,
like, yeah.
when in the middle of the movie they did the TV style opening credits, I was like, sure. Like,
Yeah, cool.
why not?
You know, yeah, you know what?
I
I
mean,
guess
it's a really good sequence. It's a really good sequence. So I'm not that mad. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
I'm fine with it. It's like, you know, beggars can't be choosers. You know, it is what it is. You work with what you got. But yeah, it's I don't know. You know what it is? It's kind of like I get thrown off in a way because when you watch like some of the Kamen Rider movies and even the Super Sentai movies, they have this sort of like they kind of go a little bit, they skew a little bit different in terms of how they like introduce the movies and stuff. You don't get no recaps. So seeing this in the Ultraman movie where it's like the first 10 minutes is recapping it, it's like, I would have figured they just would have went straight into the proceedings.
and I don't want to put on 10 hats, but I hope it's not related to those two nickels.
Said the two miracles.
No, the two nickels. I hope that's not related to their two nickels. That's why they had to eat up most of the movie with a 10% of the movie with a recap of the show.
I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, that's not even a 10 hat thing. I think that's what it was. Because that's yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad movie. Like I like some of the things they did to subvert their expectations. Because the first watching, I was like, this really reminded me of that Ultraman Dyna movie with the aliens popping up on the screen, but then it turns out it's not aliens. And again, it goes back to the core themes of Blazar about the relationships between parents and what would you do to protect the children. To protect those that you love, I should say.
Well, you know, and the Blazar
And
movie is based.
what really also caught me off guard. And what really caught me off guard was that the CEO dude, like he wasn't a douchebag. Like he actually thought that he was
well.
like, oh, I actually no, I actually meant well. Like I'll sell this whole company. Fuck this shit. I'll be with my kid.
Yeah, you know, and his kid was the secret Illuminati AI that was basically like, no, Dad, you made this for yourself.
Which, to be fair, when you see the monster behind the green screen with the crayon mask, like, come on.
I mean, that looks like some shit a kid will put together. It's like, oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Right, cool. Right. And but then they set it up early. Like the kid's not dumb. Like they had like a line of dialogue about him also doing what was a computer fair or some shit.
Yeah.
Didn't they like set that up? Yeah. So like it made sense. It made sense.
Yeah, no, it made perfect sense and stuff. It's like, of course a kid would do that because the whole context of it was the kid was like, no, Dad, you did this for yourself. You need to be with me and all that. And the monster eats the kid, and the kid is part of the monster, which I laughed. I was like, fair, like cool.
Now you know if this is Ultraman in the Showa era, that kid would have been dead then.
Oh, that kid would have been done. It was just the spirit of the kid. You know, would have been there.
Would have been the spirit of the kid. Then when the monster got defeated, then his little spirit would have hugged the dad, then disintegrated in a way. If this is the Showa era.
Been like the gold.
I'm familiar with your game, Ultraman. Right.
The gold CG light.
That's farewell, father.
I want people to understand that was their way of showing Ghost is like, you know, they're hugging because you could tell it was literally just they just did the CG later onto the kid hugging his dad, and it's like gold all around him and stuff. I'm like, oh, he's a ghost. Gotcha. And like Prime said, like done.
I also need y'all to understand the Showa era Ultraman did not discriminate. Everybody was fair game.
Kids get fucking killed. Mom's getting stomped on. It's like they didn't care. There was no secret revival. You're done. You're done.
Wait, was that Return or was that Taro when that dude older brother got yeeted off his bike?
I want to say Taro,
I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny, but it's actually pretty fucking funny.
I mean, it's so different. And like, look, Toku period has permeated itself of having unintentional funny moments. I kind of low key laughed in -1 while a man's girl pushed him into the alleyway as the fucking shit blew her off.
Can I just say though, all-time reaction speed. She gotta be playing for the Lakers, bro. She on the road.
Right?
What is she doing? What is she doing?
Well, Prime, that's
What
why, spoilers, that's why she was alive at the end, mysteriously.
is she? Bro, not for long though.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Not for long though. But bro, that reaction time she had, man, she peeked that way, she went up, yeet, nigga.
It's like you could have probably, both gotten to the alleyway, but
right, you could have tackled him. You both could have made it. Like what?
Nah, noble effort.
Forget what's that line from Tenjo Tange about the Japanese and self-sacrifice? Like, ma'am, you could have went in there with him.
To be fair, Brian, though, I mean, look, that is a gender swap scenario that I approve of. We rarely get it. I'm cool with that.
You say that's the gender equality you're here for, sir?
Yeah, it's gender equality. Sometimes the women has to save the guy. Sometimes the guy's the damsel in distress. It's great.
That's the future you liberals.
The future of those liberals. Oh Christ, man, we are on a roll with this show.
Oh shit!
Toku is bringing us together as a family. I can say that. These moments here, man. I swear, it's like the thing about like even with Ultraman is like even if there's an Ultraman season I'm not big on, there's something entertaining with it that I can come away from it. Like, all right, cool. Like,
and that's the same thing I said the other day when somebody was like, "What's your Super Sentai hot take?" And I said, like, there has never been a Sentai series that ranked below a C plus. There's always something to like, even in shows that I'm not particularly fond of. There's always even then good to great things in them. Yeah. And then some people rolled up in my mentions are like, well, what about this show? What about this show? And I said, yeah, my statement still stands. Like, yeah. Is this like a gotcha moment? Like, I don't understand.
It's not really a gotcha moment here. I mean, because it's just you could always find like the joy in these kind of things and stuff. So people forget that because it's like, right. And that goes into the thing with Blazar, where it's like even when you watch a show in the movie, even if I wanted more out of the movie, I still came away from it like this definitely feels like a very blockbuster summer movie. Like,
right. Even like my main issue with the movie is like it really didn't feel that much like a traditional Ultraman movie, and it just felt like an extended episode. But
yeah, like they got more time to do some stuff, and they just said, "All right, cool, we're going to."
But it felt like but it felt like a really good episode of Ultraman Blazar, so that's not a bad thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which I mean, movies should be an extension of the show. I mean, look, there's a reason why a lot of people love Serenity. It was an extension of Firefly. Like, all right, we're going to take what you know from Firefly, or even if you didn't watch Firefly, and you're going to watch this movie that's going to have all the greatest things that we had in the show offered up in an hour and 40-minute movie. Done. And it's the same there. It's like if you want Blazar, we're going to showcase everything. We're going to showcase Scards because they're fighting creatures on the ground. So it's not just, and also at the same time fighting creatures on the ground. Oh, we got Blazar. We got, Earth, was it Earth? Or what's it? Earth Garen fighting and stuff. And they're actually doing some stuff finally for a change, Yes, he shoots off a giant cannon. And yes, the cannon somehow makes the Earth Garen crash out because it lost power after that. All right, cool.
I gotta say, when Blazar did his little after battle prayer, that spark popped off, and he was like, "Oh shit, you good, bro? Is everything okay?"
Dude, it was this and
never change, Earth Garon, never change.
Man was also like, you all right, man? You straight?
You good, man? You need a sneaker bar? Need some Gatorade? You good?
Nah, just charge it up like a Tesla. You'd be straight. Great.
Again, CJ, it works.
Yeah, it works. It works. Well, like it's an EV car, all right? EV car. I ain't gonna say Tesla, EV car, a better EV car. It does the job. I like I said, I think it's the movie did its job being an extension of the show, but if you were expecting it to be like this more ambitious Ultraman movie, it wasn't. That, like I said,
Yeah,
that will probably be the only thing you could probably ding it on is that it's just you kind of have to go into it with the expectations of what it is. And I'm pretty sure they
yeah, to
might do
be
another
fair,
Blazar movie, maybe. I don't know.
well, he'll have to probably come up again when they do like another like all generation team up.
Mhm.
To be fair, like after was a New Generation Climax where they got back all the protagonists together during
Yeah.
Tyga. They kind of maybe blew the wad moment for me. Like I don't think they're gonna top that for a while. Like the Ultraman Trigger movie with Z, that was all right. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Which again, for a movie like this, I was also expecting there to be an Ultraman appearance, and it's like, oh, hmm,
I
that was
guess
Ultraman.
Taguchi said, look, I brought in your old monster suits. Let me do my thing. Leave me alone. And which
Callbacks.
to be
What is
fair,
that?
and again, what should be fair to him is that he said he didn't want to do a New Generation Gaia because he thought you couldn't do Gaia better. But Blazar still had like the spirit of the themes of Gaia.
Yeah.
So in a way, it was kind of still New Generation Gaia, but it's still doing something new. What Taguchi wanted to do.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that is kind of like the thing that because when you asked me about King Odra and stuff, I can say the thing about Blazar, it is ambitious in its endeavors of wanting to like give us new kaiju suits, right? And then on top of that, okay, we'll bring back the old suits, fine, cool, but like letting this guy and maybe and you know what, I think having 25 episodes does allow you to be able to cook.
Mm-hmm.
So it's enough for somebody to do something unique, and it's like, all right, you did your unique thing for 25 episodes. Boom, we can, try something else.
Do the next thing. But again, like I said before, it just feels like by the time when the show finally finds like its sea legs and it
Mhm.
finally gets to like actually cooking, now it's all over. Now we're done.
Which and it's really in the 20s. That's when it's because, and I think that is the nature of like when you watch shows the normal way and stuff. 20 is like where it's like the halfway point, like your Gundam Wing and stuff, where it's like it got to 25, it's starting to fucking really get going, and then you can't wait for the second half of the series and stuff.
And you don't
Same with Double O. Double O ended
right,
on this like what the fuck happened, and then it's like boom, we're off to the next season.
and you don't really notice it when you're watching like week to week.
Yeah,
But when you watch it like in a chunk, because like I watched the whole show, I rewatched the whole show in 2 days. And like watching it, I'm like, man, like once the show like really finds out what it's doing, once it gets a really strong voice for the cast, once we get to really going on that mystery and finding out more about the relationship between Blazar and Genta, the show is over.
yeah. I mean, even a relationship with Ultraman and Blazar, it is kind of funny because there is this inner conflict between both of them because Blazar basically is trying to help Kenta in his personal life, which is
Bros
interesting.
helping bros.
Yeah, it was very, very was it Firestorm-esque in a way.
Right. When they told him he had to go on bed rest and he was gonna lie and go do something else, and Blazar punched him out.
It's like, peace.
Like, go to sleep, nigga.
It's like, sir, you're Ultraman. You're three. What is it? What's the thing? Like the rock paper scissors strategy of decision making does not work in human form here. Right? Can't do this.
Well, it was effective that time because when it happened, that nigga went to sleep. He got his bed rest, didn't he? Well.
Just saying, the Ultra as a human, a girl goes up to kiss him, you can't punch her. Is all I'm saying. Like it's like, bro, she's just trying to kiss you. She ain't trying to attack.
I can't if it's a goddamn bolt-on.
This chicken's a bolt-on. Is that another word for bitch? No, she's a bolt-on. It's like, okay, cool.
And if I'm not mistaken, I also think the gag was like Blazar does not understand human language.
No, he doesn't. He has an idea of it, but like in terms of like human interactions, it's very he's
Would
like,
you say it's alien to him?
yeah, it's literally alien to him.
Hey,
Hey.
3 for 3.
Well, I'll say that top of the show with him, this Blazar being unorthodox, he doesn't even have the typical this type of beam until like the last episode.
The episode, bro, that shit cooked, bro. Like, I
I
can't
mean,
believe the slow
that's a good
burn.
thing. It's a slow. That is a slow. It's a slow
Again,
burn. Sir.
slow burn. And it's like great writing. It's tied to character. It's tied to the story. It's not just I'm going to do the thing because it's the thing. Like they actually build it up, but it wasn't like in a lame way.
Yeah, it was definitely. It definitely was because Blazar over the course of the show, it's like the power forms, him getting the sword. This is my sword. Did I say it right?
No, the
Well,
little I don't know. It was the
that's
little
the blade,
spin
blade,
master sword. Yeah,
spin master sword, and all that stuff. Even with those upgrades, you kind of was just like it. You were kind of like, all right, that's cool, selling the toys, cool, got you. So when he does that, the Ultraman beam that we come to know is like, thank you.
and it was what initiated what powered it up, the bracelet that the son gave Genta in Genta's wedding ring. Taguchi, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing there, sir. You were straight cooking with gas there, bro.
That is writing, but you know, prime. You know, Ultraman's a kid show.
You know, no politics, no messaging. It's just monsters, rubber monsters punching each other, bro. It's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep, bro. No politics, bro.
I love when people say that. It's like you didn't watch the show, did you? Did you not watch the show? I watched the show.
And then my thing about like, okay, let's take a step back, CJ. Let's pretend to be people like that for a second.
Yeah,
like,
just for a second.
There is no that art does not reflect the times that it is made in. That art does not reflect the artists who created them. That artists have nothing to say about their human experience and condition at all. That they don't have anything that they want to relate to us, the audience, to have us engage with, to connect with their characters. Let's say that statement is true. There is no deeper messages in art. Isn't that fucking boring?
Very boring.
Isn't that just like everything is just surface level? There's nothing below the surface. There's nothing else to interact with. There's nothing under the text with for you to sink your teeth into and to engage or think about. There's nothing there for you to draw parallels with to other pieces of art, to things that's also happening in the world around you, the things that are happening in your life, like that you can't see the mirror reflected back at you. Like if that statement is true, like there is no deeper messages, there is nothing else in art. Isn't that fucking boring? Like
very, very boring.
Why? Why do you think that way?
I would be very bored, I would say. Like just
like, and he punches the monster and that's it. Yay. Like what? And again, that goes back to what we said the last episode about like what is with this strange rampant surge of anti-intellectualism going on where like
that's yeah, I don't know. Like I think that's
what's going on.
Okay, no,
what'd you say?
No, but that was the thing that
sorry,
like,
what you saying?
No, I was saying it's like yeah, the anti-intellectual, non-critical thinking aspect of it, it kind of goes into like how people look at Toku, and it's like Toku has some deep themes in it. Like, don't let the fucking people in brightly colored spandex suits, Ultraman, all that stuff fool you. There's themes here, and I always felt the themes for Ultraman was always about the children and the parent relationships. Always, at least that's how I always saw it and stuff.
Like, I just don't understand. And I also feel like if you don't think that children are not entitled to like decent entertainment, why do you feel that way? Like, why do you want children just to have things that are not, that doesn't engage them, or that gets them to think, that doesn't get them to reflect on things? Like, I think about shit like one of my favorite episodes of Ultraman. Well, actually, I'm gonna give you two examples. Two of my favorite episodes from the entire franchise is Earth is My Home and the episode of Gaia where they address those war crimes of Japan.
Well, man.
Like, let's talk about this. Both of those things actually kind of do the same thing. Let's talk about human experimentation and why that's a bad thing. Let's talk about that real quick.
That's been dude, human experimentation. You know what's funny? Kamen Rider deals in human experimentation.
Gee, Chris, what is the origin of Kamen Rider? What happened to Hongo? Why is he a cyborg motorcycle bug man? What? Let me check my notes here.
Organization.
Let me check my notes here.
A cyborg?
A Nazi offshoot organization, the terrorist organization, determined to rule the world through human experimentation, kidnaps him and experiments on him to make him one of their super soldiers. Just a kid's show, though. Just nothing to think about here. It's just goofy, silly rubber monsters. It's fine. It's fine.
Operation Paperclip, like that. So.
Operation, Hans and them. It's all good. It's all good.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
It's cool. It's cool. Nothing deeper than that. Nothing deeper than that. See,
I mean,
he rides the motorcycle, does flips. It's okay.
Bear in mind, I'm not saying. Also, we're not saying, oh, it's theory of the mind. But no, the themes are there. No,
right? It's like there are things there. There are the show is asking you to do more than just like passively let things just kind of wash over you. You know what I mean?
It's like the most family themed fucking franchise, period.
Yeah, I would say it's very family accessible. Like it's not
family accessible. Yeah, that's a good one.
I was gonna say you're not gonna see like rape. Well, you're gonna see murder, but like
murder, a lot of murder.
a lot of motherfuckers getting thrown off of cliffs and through walls. But yeah, it's asking like no. I just keep going back to like I don't understand this like staunch, like rampant anti-sexualism that's going on right now. Like all these fucking YouTube channel dude bros is like, I just want my entertainment to be entertainment. Yeah, entertainment is entertainment, but art is always asking of you. Art wants you to engage with it as a viewer. What are we doing here?
I mean, think about it. The thing with Blazar, just like a lot of Ultraman shows, is the relationship of humans and Earth.
Again, like I said before, the refugee crisis. One of the core things of the show is about the fucking refugee crisis. Like, what are we doing? What?
Yeah, every season has been a variation.
It doesn't hide it. And that's the thing. Blazar doesn't hide it. Like, that's literally the impetus for the whole thing. It's like it's a commentary on refugees.
Even the Netflix Ultraman show dealt with
right. It's about coexistence, living with people who are immigrants to your nation. Like, what are we doing here, bro? What are we doing?
Well, Prime, if we look like Botans, then white people will actually understand us, you see.
Shut the hell up, CJ. So fucking shut the hell up, bro.
You know I'm right. You know I'm right.
What's that fucking joke on around Twitter? Like, they only understand racism if motherfucker got like a crab for a face or some shit. Like, the second it's a black person, they suddenly don't understand racism.
Racism. What is that?
Whoa, wait a second now. What they putting these political messages in for? Get these politics out my goddamn Metal Gear.
Hey, you know what? A bunch of them want to have to owe Hideo Kojima a fucking apology because he predicted a lot of this bullshit.
I just want to go back in time to when I first played MGS2 and go, nigga, take notes.
Take notes, folks.
Right slowly.
I want you to really pay attention. Don't skip that cutscene. Because
don't press circle, bro. Nah, bro. Put the controller down, bro. I need you to listen to the memes.
That is sick. How all the stuff that we intake as just whether it's the toku or the video games, they all predict certain aspects of society. And folks still don't click in our heads. Like, we know, like, okay, like we see this shit with AI, right? And we look at it like, there's a danger here. I've read too many science fiction stories about AI to really trust it.
What's the other meme? And now here's my novel, Why You Should Not Create the Torment. Was it the Torment Nexus? Tech Bros. And now we've created the Torment Nexus from the hit novel, sci-fi novel, Why You Shouldn't Create the Torment Nexus.
Exactly where we're at right now. It's like, we can't do this, people. Don't. Oh, God, man.
And then your old boy, Jim Cameron, is like, oh, I don't see the issue with AI. Really, Jim? Director of the Terminator. You don't see an issue with AI. Really? Okay. Okay, bro.
You want to know why? You know why? Because James Cameron is going to be the first to actually use AI in a better way compared to everybody else unimaginative ass.
Hell no. Jim Cameron could be the first motherfucker to be under the sea.
I swear. Look. We as a society, right? Just to bring it back to Ultraman, it's like we just wouldn't be able to function in certain situations. Is all I'm saying. And Blazar just proves once and for all, like, no, I think this solidifies that there will be nobody in America is going to come together like this ever. At no point in time.
I think I got a really hearty chuckle when director douchebag said, "Send this message to America, the American station. They'll know what I'm talking about." Like, I know this is science fiction.
The science fiction, but
I know we watching science fiction now, bro.
It's like Americans don't have nothing to do with any of this shit. They don't even know about the photons or any of that shit. Get the hell out of my face. They know nothing of kaiju. Because again,
another thing. Did you see that? Was it the last, the second to last episode when they were like tracking those monsters through the world, and they were like pointing out the monster size, going, "Oh, that's 30-meter class. They got that one." I'm like, damn, really, y'all?
I don't know if I was right now. I'd be like, did they throw a nuke at it? Because that's how they roll over there.
But like, oh, this one popped up in Congo. How big is it? Oh, it's 40 meters. Oh, they're good. They got it.
They got it.
We won't deploy there. We're good.
Yeah, that's how we know we'll be fucked in kaiju wars in real life, man. Japan really would be like, yeah, Americans got it. They're straight.
Again, do you know how many no man land zones there would be? Just like, I feel Nebraska, I'm so sorry. Nebraska, I'm so sorry.
Y'all catching hell. Y'all are fighting for your life.
Y'all gonna be struggling, bro.
You know what? I think that's part of the reason why I like the Monarch show, because seeing the sheer scale of Godzilla in certain parts of the country is like, God damn, we really would just be fucked if Godzilla was real. Like, cities would be done. Like, just DC done. Any major city's like, nah. And then you have a Godzilla laying out in the middle of the fucking Coliseum, like he's part of it. Like,
scratching his nuts.
Oh my god.
Who gonna move him?
Yeah. I mean, look.
Right.
But going back to it, like I said, the themes of it and stuff, with it being family accessible and just the fun, like that, it's like that's part of the reason why I want to see like a situation where we're dealing with, because like I said, we got a single dad Ultraman and stuff. What about a single mom Ultraman? That would be an interesting dynamic right there, just because of the having something like that. That would be great. Or I mean, well, we had Ultraman that were married. I think
I'm gonna say Ken loves his wife. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Ken loves. Yeah. I was sitting down. I was like, hold on. We just watched a movie where he was married. What am I talking about?
No, I forgot. Shit, I just forgot about Gensel. I was talking about Father of Ultra.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, definitely get more of that and stuff. I definitely need to watch the new one that's out, because I've been kind of slacking on. Yeah, Arc.
Arc is okay. It's fine. Like I'm not hating it. It's not knocking me out of my socks either. It's fine. Yeah. I'll probably do like a rewatch when I can see it in better quality and not on YouTube streaming.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's cool. I never had, so the design of Ultraman Blazar, because I know we were kind of like going all over the place, but were you a fan of the design?
Oh, I said it was like one of the best Ultraman designs.
Oh yeah, no. I didn't know. No, I didn't know if we actually went. I know we kind of went straight into Earthbound and started like cracking jokes on them. But
no, like I said, that's what kind of annoyed me about the fire armor. I was like, oh, you just had to Bandai it up, didn't you? Oh, okay.
Come on, Prime. Bandai loves their mandates. Could have just made
them toys.
Could have made Ultraman with him combining with this, and could have really had him flying like a bird. That would have been great. Phoenix Blazar, been great.
Well, they alluded to that a lot because they kept showing like whenever he did an attack, like you can see the wings sprouting out from his back. Because you just like know if they had the money for it.
Well, that 99 2000s budget, man, we would have got like a fucking whole Phoenix form, Ferdran form easily.
Right, we would have had if what was it who tanked the flow? If they didn't like tank the flow, we would have got like a red and a blue form. We would have got a form where he had the lines all throughout the black parts of the body. We would have got a form where he had like chesticle armor.
I would go so far as to say bigger budget would have had him combining with Earth Aaron in some weird way.
Earth Garon armor. Yeah.
That could happen. You know, kind of like what they did in Tekken Blade when he combined with that robot.
Right. Oh shit. Thank you for reminding me about Ultraman Blazar. You didn't watch the Decker movie yet, have you?
No, I didn't. Is she in that?
There is a female host in that.
Hold up. Come on, laugh if I actually seen the actual. Oh, okay, I see it. Huh. Looks cool. Yeah,
I mean, it's just a blue Decker, but okay.
Yeah, I know. I was like, would you count Dark Faust? Or is that kind of a cheat?
I don't know. I gotta think about that.
I don't know. Hey, I was just, trying to, figure it out on that one. But nah, hold up. Let me see if they, or somebody actually. Yeah, I see what you mean. It is kind of like, oh, I think I was looking at the wrong one, but I found it now. Yeah, I mean, very deviant art kind of vibes. That makes sense. What I mean, if they do, what's typically the amount of Ultraman seasons they give before they start doing team ups for that current era?
It used to be like they pop up the season afterwards. Blazar has popped up in Arc though. That's why I feel like Arc was really strange. Like nobody, like you would have thought Zero reboot would have popped up anybody, but I guess they're trying to do like a cool down period thanks to Trigger and Decker.
Okay, yeah, because I was always kind of curious on that because it just felt like whenever they done that, it had to been like after a certain amount of time. Cause I think when we were, because when we were talking about Tiga, they had a reason to bring in some of the other ones like Leo and Ace and all that into that show with some of the movies. But I know Tiga was in a lot of the fucking Heisei era movies
because he's fucking Tiga, of course.
Yeah, obviously,
it's fucking Tiga.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else. Yeah, go out and buy the Blu-ray of Ultraman Blazar. I'm just saying, get that. If you want to, you can get some of the Blazar toys as well. They look very nice.
Mm-hmm.
The
Blu-ray is not that expensive. And if you buy it on Blu-ray, you don't have to worry about it being deleted off a streaming app later or having really shitty streaming quality.
Yeah,
and you get
buy physical
sound.
Buy physical, folks.
If you can.
You don't have to have your you don't have to have a streaming, internet and good streaming,
with your excellent Spotify sound quality. And again,
yes.
I can already see the Captain Harlocks in the crowd. Yes, I'm aware of that. That's not the conversation we're having right now.
I mean, last episode we kind of sort of had that conversation, but nah. The point is,
we're two different things. We're two different things.
Ease of access is what we're always saying, and
ease of access and ownership is my thing.
Look, all I'm saying is, right now, Amazon is having a bonanza of a fucking percentage sale on all Ultraman stuff. Just saying, go to Amazon if you want to splurge yourself on Christmas, treat yourself. You can get Ultraman.
What? You deserve it.
You can get Ultraman Max for $15,
and you deserve it. Get it for yourself.
I mean, I'm just saying, Ultraman Zero Chronicles, $15, right there. Tega complete series with the movie, $21. We can go all day on the prices here, folks. All I'm saying is, go buy Ultraman.
If you can, buy Ultraman and treat yourself because you earned it.
You gotta show the family about all things Ultraman.
I will say though, and I gotta take another updated picture. Back when they started releasing these Blu-rays, bro, and I said I'm gonna buy every single one because I don't know when the wheels gonna fall off. When I said the wheels gonna fall off this train, I don't know when it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna get every single one. And Subaru and Mirror Creek said, "You said what, nigga? You gonna do what?
Go buy all these?
You gonna buy every single thing, every single one we release?" I said, "Everything you release, I'm buying it." Are you now? Are you really?
Look. All I'm saying is,
yeah.
we said about look. I'm looking straight at Discotheque. Hey, Discotheque. You gave us those Space Sheriff movies. I'm still waiting for B-Fighter. I know it's coming.
Hey,
I know it's
I'm like
coming.
Media Blasters, bro. Please get Amazons and Black Sun, bro. Please, I'm begging you, bro. Please, bro.
I
got one more mission.
I'll take it a step further. If Media Blasters can give us all the Kamen Rider movies in like a compilation fucking box set, that'd be great.
You know what? They probably could because Japan did release a Blu-ray of the Showa movies up till the Black RX shit. What was it called? Shit, what was it called? Somebody in the chat help me out. What was that box set called? It was like 4K. Was it 4K? But like it was like cleaned up, upscale. Because I did get one of the camera. I think I got the V3 movie. I pulled one from them, and it was like upscale to like 1080.
Yeah, 4K Showa Rider movie box set, and it has Mask Rider V versus Shocker, Mask Rider versus something for Fall, 5 Riders, King Dark, Mask Rider Eightfold Strength, Mask Rider Super 1, Mask Rider Black, and Mask Rider Black Part 2. Those are the I'm reading it off of somebody on Reddit posted it, so I'm just kind of reading off how they had it.
Why I say Black RX? What's the Black RX movie? Because it has the 2 black movies in the one where he fought with
Kamen Rider World. Kamen Rider World.
Kamen Rider World. That was
Is that on that 3?
That was J and ZO. That was J and ZO.
Okay.
Now the Kamen Rider Black RX movie was it Around the World or some shit like that, or Run Through Time? I think I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because that's the one where he teamed up with himself.
Run all over the world.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah, it has Black and then Black RX plus his 2 upgraded forms as separate entities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because of time paradox.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one that I mean, look, if they can Media Blasters could fucking probably do that and I'll be straight. Because that is
so I got 2 more missions for them. They need to go ahead and drop the next and the first.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Which I think they are gonna
It's coming.
Okay.
And they also need to drop Shin Kamen Rider if they can, so we can complete the trilogy on home media.
Well, knowing them, they're gonna probably drop Shin Kamen Rider when they do the OVA cut of Shin Kamen Rider.
You know what? And I would take it if they do a box set that has the movie and the 5-episode count thing.
Mm-hmm.
They can do that as another special release.
Yeah, because I think they're filming, or they might be wrapping up.
It came out. No, it came out, bro. Folks are
posting where's it at?
It's out. Like the physical, like people like Kojima posted he got one.
No, I'm talking about the Shin Kamen Rider OVA thing with the episode splits.
Yeah, it's out.
Oh shit! I didn't know. I honest to God didn't know it was like out. I thought they were still like filming it.
No, it's been over with. Yeah, like
oh wow,
Kojima posted about it, and I think Fives was posting screenshots and shit from it.
Oh shit! I guess I need to check that out because okay.
You need to we're gonna be some Gokai changing after the episode.
Might have to, because if they release that, I'll be like, oh okay, cool. All right. Isn't Anno about to jump onto another like beloved franchise?
Yeah, apparently? He's involved with that new Gundam.
That's gonna be interesting. The Anno Gundam.
We'll see. And he's also doing Battleship Yamato, I believe. Somebody help me out. Is that true too?
Okay, shit.
Or did I just make that up?
Who's the one that's doing the new Godzilla that got tapped?
Oh, the same dude who did -1, I think.
Oh, okay, shit. That's not bad.
Wasn't that the same dude who did -1? Because I thought I saw an interview with that dude said he was also a huge fan of Gamera and he wanted to do a Gamera movie at some point.
Oh, okay.
Or again, am I making things up? Am I just wishing shit into existence that doesn't exist?
You might be onto something. I was like, did they already do it?
I hope so, but I think he's the one tapped up because then it come out that he did an interview or something where he said like Marvel had approached him for some shit.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That tracks. Then if that's because I think that did come out. Yeah. So
We'll
definitely
see. We'll see.
yeah. Well, anyways, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed us dabbling in all things Ultraman and stuff.
All right. Before
I'll
we go
definitely-
though, before we end, what are your top 5 favorite episodes?
Ooh. It's top five. I'll probably say, I mean, it's cheap, but obviously the finale with the moon. First episode for sure. I think it was one of the episodes, Light and Flame.
That's one of mine. Okay.
Yeah, Light and Flame. And there was another, actually, the one that we talked about with the kaiju that was good. I forgot what episode that one was.
Oh, the drawing one?
Yeah. That one.
Yeah. That's one of mine.
And I think it's was it Scar Nocturne? I think that was the episode.
Oh, you like that one?
Yeah, I kind of like that one.
You know
It's
what?
like
They kind of had
it's bottom 5, but it ain't number 1. It's like, oh, I actually enjoyed it.
You know what? I can kind of see that because it kind of had like an Ultra Q feel to it. I get that. I understand.
Yeah. So those
It has some really interesting camera angles too. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I ain't mad at it.
About yours?
All right. So I got A Rainbow Appears Part 1 and 2 with Professor Genocide over there.
I mean, you ain't right. You ain't lying on the genocide. I mean,
I just described it. I just described the character. Like, no exaggeration. I like Parent and Child, where they first had a conflict where he was about to kill that monster, and Blazar stopped him to save the baby monster. The one with the drawn monster, was it between Morin and Dusk?
Yeah, that's one.
And the Wandering Zangil with the Ghost Swordsman.
Yeah, that was actually an interesting episode with the Ghost Swordsman.
He comes back in Arc for some reason. I mean,
recurring theme, I guess.
I'm just like, you know what? No explanation either. I'm just like, you know what? Sure. And I really like Insurance Hero. I think that's like a really good snapshot of like some just really good Ultraman. Like it's a little more lighthearted, but like it has a lot of heart and charm to it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's again the whole thing of the thing that we're constantly going to keep talking about, them rubbing 2 nickels together to make the show happen. I felt that that put a lot of emphasis. I think it might have been a lot more pressure on the writers to actually be like, all right, we ain't balling on the budget anymore, so we're gonna have to tighten up something on this on this production. And the story actually tightened up, and it's like, oh, okay, shit, it's engaging. I'm good with it.
Right. And again, I just wish the finale was more like, I don't know, stronger. Like I said, it just feels like the show just stops. Like, you know, it doesn't end, it just stops.
It was very run of the mill. It was like, all right, he's put Moon, saves everything, and then it's like, it's kind of like it's like that final episode of Zeo where it's like, that's the ending. That's it.
Like the show just stops. And like, and I mean, you can argue with like, oh, it goes full circle because he's always saying go home safe, and he goes home to his kids safe. And I'm like, yeah, sure, but did it set that up though? Like really fully? Like did that one time he made it back home? Did that really like hit like the final time? Like did that get you in your emotional? Did it have any like resonance with you? Did it really? Did it truly though?
But I mean, like I said, it felt like, all right, kids, it's wrapped up, and it's like, I'm not saying it has to be wrapped up in a tiny bow, but like,
can I get some finality, like some, like some. This is the spirit statement. This is the end. Y'all just went, okay, that's enough of them. See y'all in 6 months for Arc. Cha 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 cha.
I feel like it's like a fucking studio just put a gun to the head and say, you need to end this show now. We ain't giving you no more money. All right, guys, wrap it up. Just wrap it up now. Like, all right, cool.
Right. And then director Dickbag, he just kind of like walks off the show. It's like, oh,
we're done, right?
You tell me being a warmongering bigot's not the move? Oh, okay, well, guess I'll be hitting the old Dusty Trail then. All right. Y'all have at it.
It's like I learned my lesson. It's great. Cool. Boom. Done.
Right.
It's like, all right.
What he says to Emmy, oh, I guess you were right then. All right, bye. Just walks off frame. Like, what the fuck? Huh?
Does not compute.
Nigga, you're a war criminal. What are you doing? Where are you going? To jail, I hope.
Does not compute. Does not compute. Done. I mean, didn't Fox Kid hold up, because somebody brought up a good point. Super Smash brought this. At least he's like, you'd be happy to know this 24/7-year-old has at least seen one episode. Yeah. It's like he's seen one episode. Yeah, I mean, look, I will say this. The Fox box Ultraman Tiga was interesting for its time. I'll say that. I think that if they found a reason to get people into Ultraman, you can't go wrong with Tiga. So
No, yeah. They picked the right one. That's one of the shows that Subaru had like a lot of faith in. Like back then they were really pushing Tiga. Like it's like they put all their chips in that basket, right?
So you mean to tell me we got more Toku on TV and ain't Power Rangers? Man, crazy. That was a time.
Eating good.
Yeah,
unfortunately, that dub though. So like, at least that Fox box Ultraman Tiga, it got us to have the complete series on DVD in America. Like,
yeah,
because they got their money. They said, you know what, we're gonna get some money out of this shit one way or the other.
Then Supro came back and said, we'll keep the party going and give you Tiga again. Tell you, man, that I've never seen a company go that far in on capitalism, and it actually works as it should. The market is dictating that they want more Ultraman. All right, give them more. Fuck it.
Give it to them. Like the one positive thing about capitalism, right?
Thank you. Right? It's like that. That is something that still blows my mind because it's kind of, dare I say, unheard of to have a company just say, "Fuck it, we're going to give you all these shows for this price," and for all intents and purposes, it's selling very well because of it.
It has to, because like I feel like even if Subaru was like tipping the scale a little bit there, like if these shits were not selling, they would not be pumping out this many and this fast.
I know,
because like, have you seen the spread? Have you seen the spreadsheet recently?
No, I didn't see it. What was it? What?
It's like the stuff they released. It's the list of we basically almost have all the Ultraman in America. You can probably count on 1.5 hand like the stuff we don't have. Like it's not that much. It's not that much. Like, what are we missing now? Because they just I caught myself because I went back and checked out the episode we did the other day. They are coming out with Ultraman Z. I pre-ordered it on Amazon.
Shit. Yeah, we can legit say that we got all the Ultraman, because I think even some of the obscure shows and stuff, I think with the cartoons and stuff, is getting.
We got some of the cartoon shit.
Yeah,
right. So on DVD, what we don't have right now is we don't have Trigger or Decker.
Which is probably coming at some point.
Right. Obviously, we don't have Arc because Arc is still airing. We don't have Towards the Future or Powered. We don't have I'm looking. We got Neos. We don't have I don't think Kaiju Girls is on DVD yet, is it?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay. Hold on, let me look at my list here. Let me try if I can find that chart. But like, you see I'm having trouble thinking, like, what do we not have? Like, it's a small list, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's yeah.
I think we're missing Ultra Q Dark Fantasy. We don't have that, do we?
I don't think so. Hold up, you said Ultra Q
Dark Fantasy. We got Neo Ultra Q. I don't think we have Dark Fantasy. I don't think so.
Nah.
We got Heisei Ultra 7. Wait, do we have Heisei Ultra 7 or is that Ultra 7X? Which one do we have?
Hold up, let me check. You said Ultra, which one?
I might be saying the same thing twice. So Ultra 7X. We have Ultra 7X, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I got man. See, now I have to sit there and fucking do an expression for myself. Like, do we have that? I don't think so. Yeah, it's yeah. They really, because to me at that point it's like, because and it's fun. It's kind of interesting too, because with all these releases and stuff, it's like, all right, so what do you do after you make all these releases? Because you're literally just making releases for the new, for the new stuff, essentially, right?
Okay, so they're about to release the Ultra Galaxy Fight. We talked about that last episode. The Ultra Galaxy Fight box set that's about to come out. They're gonna do Ultraman: The Adventure Begins. The old cartoon movie they haven't done. So
Okay.
they did mention. Oh well, fuck me. They fuck me. They mentioned that they're gonna do during the panel. They're gonna do Ultra Q Dark Fantasy Toward the Future Empowered.
Okay. Well, that settles that.
I mean, after that, what we got left? They're gonna give us Mirror Man and Red Man. Like, what are we doing? What's left?
I mean, hey, look, I've always sat there and said that is again, that's the best way you can get people into these kind of things is just releasing them.
Release it. I'm saying, like, just expose people to it. Like,
that's the only way that's going to work.
That's how that works, bro. That's
Yeah.
exactly how it works.
Look, I'm waiting for Ultraman Rising to hit Blu-ray.
I'm still waiting for the manga cartoon to hit the Blu-ray.
Oh, the manga cartoon's coming out?
I said I'm still waiting on it. They announced it yet.
Oh yeah, I thought yeah. I mean, look, somebody probably get a Blu-ray.
Not for us. Japan got it though.
Japan. I mean, PlayStations are region free, so
you know. But I specifically said Mill Creek. I'm going to support Mill Creek and what they do.
I mean, look, we are living in interesting times, and if you can get Ultraman Leo in the 60s era, Showa era Ultramans, get them while you can.
And it's so wild. Like, I know we joke about this, but like we used to live in like the wilderness years, bro.
We did.
And the fact that we can like legally buy this shit, and
it's
so much of it out, and it's so much out now. Like the fact that there's like how many Sentai shows are on DVD legally now, like.
Yeah, I mean, look, at this point, if that whole thing with what's his face being the ambassador for Toei ends up netting Toei finally getting their shit together and being like Mill Creek and releasing shit, I mean, fuck. That will be a miracle.
Bro, I want to believe. I
mean, hey, look, the fact that, like you said, Ultraman has permeated itself in conversations here in the States, it speaks to them shits are fucking selling like hotcakes, obviously.
Hopefully so.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, bro. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. But anyways, folks, that is it. I think that'll be that's it for Morphin Metacast this year. It's been a very fun year, cathartic year. We vented about Hasbro being our villain origin story this year. I'm
on my 52nd Joker origin. How about you?
I'm right there with you. I'm just along for the ride, just laughing at how much of a prophet you were, and folks are finally starting to have a come to Jesus moment and realizing that. So that's great.
I mean, look, I know people are used to niggas on social media yapping at the side of their mouth.
Yeah.
But like, if we check the scorebook, bro, like I've been right way more than I've been wrong. Like,
and it's not like Prob is trying to be right. It's like, prove me wrong. Fuck. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's my thing. Like, I don't want to be right. Like I always say I hope I'm not right. What happens? A couple of weeks later, oh, I was right. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, we had our last episode. We talked at length about the auction, which I think that was definitely. I'm glad that we actually were able to talk about that finally, especially to kind of end the year off, because we can go into 2025 just saying, hey, look, Godspeed the Power Rangers, but hey, we got Ultraman and Kamen Rider and Super Sentai and all this shit over here. So hey,
right after that last batch, who was that yapping at the side of their neck saying they didn't want to do Ju-Onger because they didn't want to do Wild Force 2. I said, you know what? We are done with Power Ranger discourse now. We leaving this shit.
I don't want Wild
2024.
Force 2. Like, motherfucker, did you watch the show? Like,
Shut your ass. This be just saying shit to be saying shit, bro. Shut the fuck up.
God,
So I feel like we forgot to mention that game from Digital Eclipse, Reader's Rewind.
Yes, that is out.
I have it on PlayStation. Do you have it, bro?
Yes, I have it on PlayStation. I'm enjoying it. I will say
I've only played the first two stages.
Okay.
And I was just gonna say, like, I feel like at some point we got to do like a live stream or some shit.
We have to. We have to. I will say this: the one minor black eye to the game, the Zord shooting sections.
See, I haven't gotten there yet because, like, I played the first stage, and I was just kind of like, this kind of feels like a watered down Turtles in Time. Like, it doesn't, like, like it didn't,
It's like,
I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, I'm not saying I hate the game. I'm just kind of saying, like, especially the stages I played, I was just like, this feels like directly lifted from Turtles in Time.
It was like, if you like Shredder's Revenge, you'll like this. It's not going to be as, I would say the combat isn't as deep as Streets of Rage 4, man, but
that's a good game. That's a good game, bro.
Yeah, it still is. But it's along the lines of Shredder's Revenge and the fact that you'll have fun with the combat because all the characters do play a little bit different from each other in certain with moves, which is a good thing.
And you know what, bro? I'm gonna be honest with you. At the end of the day, can I play as a Power Ranger and punch some putties in the face?
Yeah, that's it. And some tinkers.
That's all. I'm good with that.
And you beat the game, you unlock the Green Ranger, and I'm like, well, thank you.
And I feel like
you didn't DLC us with this shit. I remember you were saying like, why is they going to charge us like $10 for Green Ranger? I was like, shut up, Prime. Don't give them ideas.
Well, look, one time I was wrong, but what was I basing that off of? The last beat 'em up game they did where they did that shit.
Yeah.
What was that game called? Was it Mighty Mega Battles, whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
Where it was like, oh, here's the game, but to play as the Green and White Ranger and then to play as the Stone Caddy Trio, we gonna need $10 for that shit, pimp. Like, really? I can't just unlock Rocky in the game. Like, I gotta pay for Rocky, nigga. I gotta pay for Rocky, my guy.
Not to get Steve
really,
Cardenas.
nigga?
Not to get Steve Cardenas, but it's like, making me pay for Rocky though, man. Like
Steve in the corner, like, what you say? Fuck me for?
What the fuck I do?
Why you saying my name like that, bro? What the fuck? What I do to you? I thought we was cool, bro.
Like, if you said, here's how much we parse this out as Toku fans, right? We were like, I mean, if it's $10 for Tommy, I get it, right? Like, it's like you're justifying the price, even though it's still bullshit that I gotta fucking pay money.
And then when you unlock this shit, the White Ranger was just a reskin of the green. Fuck that game, bro. Fuck that.
That is the most laziest of laziest I have ever seen.
That game can kiss my ass from the back and front, bro. Hell no.
Reader's Rewind is actually solid. It's actually a fun game. I got it for the Switch. Well, I got it for PlayStation, and I'm getting it for the Switch. Just to play it on the road.
You know what? I'll do that when I get paid too.
Yeah, because I bought Shredder's Revenge for the Switch strictly because it just felt like that's a game that I want to play on the Switch.
Which is fair. See, I had that same thought too, but then I remembered I had the PlayStation app on my tablet, so I'm like, oh, well.
True.
I was like, if
that's part of the reasons why I finally bought that Marvel collection on the Switch, because I was like, sometimes I want to be on the plane. I want to play some Marvel 2.
There's always time for Mabel, baby.
Yeah, it's always time. So just like, look, we got Reader's Rewind. I'm just waiting for the inevitable, Ultraman to make a comeback in the United States with a video game. I'm waiting for it.
We can find that. What was it? That Ultraman, the Great on Super Nintendo. You don't want to get towards the future.
True. I mean, because they're still making them over in Japan, right? Like for the mono consoles. I know they did it for
that just reminded me. I still need to get that Monster Rancher game. That's Ultraman Kaiju.
First off, Monster Rancher. God, I'm old. Second off, I didn't even know Monster Rancher was still kicking around.
Yeah. It's on Switch in the US shop. I keep forgetting to buy this shit. I gotta get that. I gotta get it.
That is a I did not know how big of a franchise that was.
Monster Ranch is serious business, bro.
Yeah, look. I watched the anime. I just didn't understand how big of a deal it was. It's it's like Duel Masters. Apparently, Duel Masters is like huge over in Japan. Didn't know that.
Which you know what? Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think it's
statement,
also the aspect of like the earlier iterations, like the PlayStation 1 and 2 era and the Game Boys and stuff. Whenever video game reviewers talked about it and stuff, they always talked about it in a very xenophobic light.
As they do. As
Language.
they still do.
Like, what is this monster? What is this Japanese thing? And I was like, hey, look, man, I don't even know much about Monster Rancher, but even I wouldn't describe it as that. Like, what are we doing here?
I mean, was it what we say about that passive aggressive xenophobia they got going around?
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, before I go, last episodes of 3BG live stream is going to be this coming week, actually, because holidays, first time ever, I'm gonna be stupid busy. So I'm definitely pocketing a lot of episodes, to go off during the holidays and stuff, because I think we all deserve a break, be with the family and bring in the New Year's and all that jazz. It's always good. You got any plans for the holidays, Prime?
I'm a leaf in the wind, brother, and I plan to soar.
So interactions with family, or you just you and the lady just chilling at home?
I'm wherever the wind blows, bro. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, hey, fair. But yeah, anyways, folks, we will catch you guys later. Peace out.
Vida Zen, pimps.